Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
And welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports here this Monday night. Get ready for this Monday night watch along as the Cleveland Browns get ready to take on the Denver Broncos in their new icy white snow-capped blue alternate jersey but white helmet things that they're wearing. So, yeah, things. I think that means alternate uniforms. Oh, great. The stream's going to die right now as soon as we go on the air. That's fantastic. Let's see if we can't restart this. There we go. That looks a little bit better. If that's going to be the way the stream is happening tonight, I don't know what we're going to do. But, you know, for now, we're here. Thank you so much for joining us again on Stay Tuned Sports. Listen, if you want to help support the channel, support the show, support all that we do here, first of all, you're doing a great job by just being here, by watching us here. Thank you so very much for doing that, and we certainly do appreciate it. ELS, one of the old standbys in the chat. By the way, chat's open. If you want to come in, say hi, say hello, how you doing? ELS in the chat says, it is time for Monday Night Football. Indeed it is, as we're getting ready for this matchup. Honestly, even though the Browns' record is what it is, God, they're entertaining with Jamis in there now. You actually kind of feel like you have a rooting interest. I like the Broncos, too. I love Bo Nix. Love what Bo Nix is doing with Denver. Kind of makes me wish maybe the Giants had picked him up in the draft. But, yeah, no. Whatever. Joe Shane is Joe Shane. What are you going to do? Is this thing, like, seriously busted? Like, what are we doing? And now it's just blacked out the game. So, well, all right, what's going on? Oh, ESPN, what are we doing? It says the event has not yet started. It was just showing, and now it says, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that, and we'll just have to go to the illegal stream. That's all. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. This is your fault, ESPN. I didn't want to do an illegal stream. But you're forcing my hand. All right, so we got that set up anyway. Let's see here. ELS in the chat letting us know that he doesn't need Javonte Williams to get 16.4 points today in his fantasy league. If he gets points, you will be out of the playoffs. Oh, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty already, where you're going to be knocked out of the playoffs if it's getting down to the nitty-gritty for our good friend ELS and his fantasy team. So let's hope. Yeah, you know, you got a big rooting interest now here, ELS. So we know who you're going to be pulling for. What do you think? What do you think of these uniforms? ELS, if I had to ask. By the way, you're about to hear a beep. My dishwasher is just about done. In case you didn't know, my lovely, amazing studio here is, in fact, my kitchen. So you can kind of hear my dishwasher just grinding along right now. Yes, I am drinking again. Hey, there we go. There's the beep. So it's a Monday night. If you want to come and drink along, watch along, do whatever we're going to do here on this Monday night, you can. It's fun. This is just what we're doing. I realized, you know, after the Blackout Friday game, I was like, hey, you know what? This feels pretty good. This feels right. So this is what we're going to do for now. Who got possession first here? Let's see. It does appear that Denver will indeed have possession first. So they will have the possession. Now, I got a new possession marker now. Here's the thing. I'm trying to always improve. I'm learning each and every day along with you guys, too. So I'm trying to make the scoreboard look a little bit more presentable, sleek, nice, better, all those kind of things. I want to do that. I kind of want to do that with everything here on this channel. We're always trying to improve. Best way to improve, too, is also your support and having your eyeballs on us, your likes, your subscribes, and of course you can always donate to us as well. We have the link at the top of the chat and in the description below. Thank you so very much for that. Chief Asset, our good friend from Thailand, letting us know that he is up and awake there. It's morning over there on a beautiful Tuesday morning. How you doing there, Chief Asset? We're just here getting ready to watch the Browns and the Broncos face off here. Broncos get the ball first at the 30-yard line. Bo Nix, 65% completion percentage, 212 passing yards per game. He is really balling out here in his rookie year. He's throwing his hat in there for Rookie of the Year. There's no doubt about it. Maybe more so. I think he might be up higher right now than Jaden Daniels, if we're going to be honest. 1st and 10. Bo Nix, he's going to play action. Getting chased, immediately throws it into the ground. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Play did not go the way he wanted. I wouldn't imagine, unless you wanted to be chased down by the Cleveland Browns defensive front there. And I'd imagine no. I'd imagine that answer would be no. Grant Delpit with Delpit, sorry. Grant Delpit with the pressure. I don't know why I couldn't read his name right. Well, Coke bottle glasses. 2nd down and 10. That's going to be a 7-yard gain on the pass out of the backfield there from Bo Nix. 3rd and 3 coming up. Again, game just started here. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King, hanging out with you as we try to do I used to say we do every primetime game, and we had for a while. And then last week was kind of a thing. And then 3rd down and 3, stopped dead in his tracks at the line. Myles Garrett in on the stop, but basically the entire Cleveland Browns front was in on that stop. And it's going to be a 4th down. Williams got no traction there. And the Broncos are going to have to punt. And the kick is away. And now the Browns take it at the 3-yard line. Bit of a stumble there from the returner. Gets up to the 9, but that is about it. And that is where the Browns will take over a little bit. Oh, no, okay, I thought it was some pushing and shoving instead. That's just the Broncos celebrating with each other there. And on to the field comes Jamis Winston. 2-2 record so far in his starting games. 141 yards passing per game, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and just maybe one of the best soundbite machines in the NFL today. And somebody you actually want to root for. He instantly turned the Browns from somebody you didn't like and didn't want to root for because of who their previous quarterback was to a team that you actually like and are pulling for and really like. Have a fantastic rooting interest in. And so that's pretty cool. I like that. So I like James. So they're going to mark it actually at the 10-yard line. Winston throws over the middle. That's going to be wide open and caught. And a big run to the 35-40, 45-50. Down to the Broncos' 46-yard line is Jerry Jeudy in a bit of a revenge game, if you will, perhaps. But big play, first play, right out of the bat. For the Browns, Jamis Winston and Jerry Jeudy. I don't mind it. I think if the Broncos wore white pants with that, it wouldn't be bad. I think it would be a decent alternate. It'd be a cute alternate, but that's about it. 1st and 10, hand off here to Chubb, and he's going to get about a yard. maybe. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Browns. Chief Asset in the chat letting us know that he thought they were the Chargers at first glance. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Especially also the sleeve caps don't help that either. With they're Rocky Mountains. Looks like a fucking lightning bolt to me, chap. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. So not sure about the sleeve caps when they first came out. Oh, big run, first down for the Browns. Chubb, tough running there. He gets about 10 yards on the carry. It was 2nd and 9. Now it's 1st and 10. Right at about the 35-yard line of the Denver Broncos. And that was a big criticism when the uniforms first came out, was how the sleeves kind of looked like Charger bolts. Jamis shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Takes the snap. Hands off. And that's going to be a gain about a 5 up to the 30-yard line. Ford with the carry there. Yeah, no, I think that's why the Broncos made a conscious effort to talk about that and say, like, yeah, no, they're snow-capped mountains. Look at it. That's what they are. Really? All right, you say so. Looks like a fucking Charger bolt to me. 2nd and 4, actually, to give him 6 yards on the carry. Handoff, only going to get about a yard on the carry, is Chubb. So 3rd down coming up here for the Browns. Looks like a bit of a counter, but the Broncos sniffed it out and did not allow Chubb to get really any kind of yardage. 3rd and 4. From the 29, they have to get to the 25 for the first down. Winston in shotgun, empty backfield. Trips to his left, throws to his right, incomplete. Overthrew everybody. That's going to be 4th and 4, and the Browns are going to settle for a field goal attempt. Hopefully they do a little bit better than Justin Tucker did yesterday. So here we go. This is going to be a 47-yard attempt for Dustin Hopkins. He's 15 of 21 this year. 6 field goals missed. That's not great. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that's going wide. And guess what? Now that's 7 missed field goals for the year. No good. And so the Browns' opening drive, which started out pretty promising, ends up with nada, zilch, nil, nothing. And the Broncos take over. As you see, Winston a little upset there. Now, if you're the Browns, you got to figure, is this Chicago? Maybe go for it on 4th downs. Maybe you don't. What you would consider to be typical field goal situations, and that's the thing. You're in Mile High, so that's thinner air anyway. You can't make it there. You're not making a field goal anywhere. What's wrong with you? Come on, gotta get it. Gotta get that. ELS in the chat letting us know. Here we go again. More no good field goals. That's it. It's been a funky year for the field goal kickers. It's just not been great. And like we said, usually you have people talking about getting rid of Justin Tuck, cutting him, finding somebody else to replace him with the Ravens bye coming up here. By the way, there were no buys this week. Which leads me to the point here. I have a group chat picks that I do. Me and Jimbo do, and do it with my family, mostly family, friends, people we know. And this week, believe it or not, my mother and father, who are 78 and 79-year-olds respectively, are currently, if the Broncos win this game, they will go undefeated for the week. They will be 16-0 in their picks for this Week 13 in the NFL. The last time I think anybody went undefeated in these picks was my dear, sweet, lovely wife, who I think that was 3 years ago. She went 14-0 in one of the weeks. So this is going to be quite impressive. A full slate of NFL games that both of my parents are going to end up having a perfect slate on. So, number one, wish I would have bet their picks in a parlay. Straight up 16-0. Imagine what that would have paid out. You know what I'm saying? You start hitting that. Chief Asset in the chat says, once again, much better listening to you than a Joe Buck. I don't know about that. I got a lot of work to do still. Plus, I'm fucking hammered. Which, to be fair, I think Joe Buck gets pretty fucking hammered in the booth, too. Let's be honest. I think he does. I honestly do think he does. But here we go. 1st and 10. Bo Nix taking over at the 37-yard line. And that's going to be a run for a first down, 11 yards. And the Broncos go ahead and they pick up their first down of the game. I believe that's their first down of the game. Javonte Williams. Uh-oh. ELS. Yeah. He's got 11 yards. He's got 11 yards already. You got to watch out for that. And around here on first down, Broncos cross the 50. That's going to be good for about 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the news for the Niners just keeps on getting worse, doesn't it? You know, Christian McCaffrey, they just got him back from the Achilles stuff, and now he's got a strained or PCL ligament. He's going to be basically done for the season. Bo Nix, 2nd and 6, big throw down the field. Oh, my God! How do you drop that ball? Courtland Sutton, right in the hands. Perfect throw. Let it bounce off his hands. Incomplete. This was... Oh, God, that was so beautiful. Outside of not catching it for Courtland Sutton. So here we go, 3rd and 6. Bo Nix back to throw. Over the middle, right back to Sutton, who catches this one down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Denver. Courtland starts, is trying to talk shit, but, listen, you just dropped a fucking amazing pass on the last one, so fucking chill out. That's it. The Mason's gone. He's injured again, and the Niners season's done. Bo Nix, 1st and 10, down to the 25-yard line. That's going to be caught. And gain of about 5 yards. Lucas Crow, the tight end, with the reception. $7:53 remaining here in the first quarter. Broncos moving the ball here down to the 25-yard line now of the Cleveland Browns. Play clock under 3, 2. They get the play off. Nix on 2nd and 5. Throws. Incomplete pass. Williams, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. 3rd and 5. Upcoming here for the white helmeted Broncos. As there's a giant inflatable German in lederhosen hanging out by the tunnel at Mile High Stadium. Kind of threw me off guard. That's a little fucking weird, if we're going to be honest with each other. If we're being honest, it's a little fucking weird. Here we go. 3rd and 5. Nix is in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Has good protection. Is going to pull it down, run, throws. Is that caught? Sutton does catch it, bobbled it, but does come down with the reception across the sticks. First down. Bo Nix and Sutton keep the chains moving for the Broncos as they are getting closer and closer to scoring on maybe their second drive here. I mean, maybe scoring. It's not maybe their second drive. It is their second drive. But they may score on it. So we'll see. From the 18-yard line. Now officially in the red zone, Bo Nix and the Broncos. Man in motion to the right. Nix under center. Takes the snap. That's a handoff. And that was going to be a loss. Instead, turns into about a 1.5-yard gain. Maybe just a yard gain. Jaleel McLaughlin with the carry on that play. ELS, again, helping us here with the... I love the random stats that we get. This is fantastic. So not only is the stream, just following along, but it's a little bit educational as well. And we'll get to that right after this play. Again, ELS helping us out here. If you're in the chat, you already know what it is. Bo Nix in shotgun, 2nd and 9. Steps back, getting absolutely chased by the Browns. Throw, caught! And it is caught at the 1-yard line. Devon Vele with the reception. And yeah, that's a catch. That's a good catch. And the Broncos set up at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Nix under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Tripped up. I think that was McLaughlin there. And that's it. He's going to be about a 0.5 yard shy of the end zone. 2nd and goal coming up here. By the way, that little factoid here from ELS. On this date in 1951, Don Hudson set the standard for greatness in Green Bay, becoming the first Green Bay Packer to have his jersey retired. Since then, there have been 6 Packers who have followed in those hollowed footsteps to hollowed grounds there at Lambeau Field. Handoff here. That's going to be Williams on the carry. He tries to bounce outside and does not get anywhere. In fact, I think he lost a yard trying to bounce outside. 3rd and goal now coming up here for the Broncos. They had it 1st and goal at the 1. Did not make it with McLaughlin. Did not make it with Williams. What will they do here on 3rd down? I know ELS is happy that Williams did not score there, as he's trying to help keep him as, the less points he has, the better for his fantasy team. We have another handoff here. That one is to Williams, and that one is a Denver Broncos touchdown. Uh-oh, ELS. Might be a long night. Might be a sad night for you and your fantasy teams here, as we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of the fantasy season. But the Broncos get a touchdown. Williams with the 2-yard run on 3rd and goal. Hole just wide open for him. Extra point is up, and that's good. And the Broncos take a 7-0 lead. And there you go. Now you're down to 8 points. Ooh, boy. Ooh, squeaky bum time. Squeaky. And it's early. It's early in this game. You better hope that they just go with, and hope, hey, we'll get Bo Nix a lot of points. Let's get Courtland Sutton into it. Let's not worry about Williams or anything like that. You better hope that's how they kind of offensively attack the rest of this game here, ELS. Because otherwise, it might get a little dicey. Let's see what's happening on Twitter X. What's going down here? Oh man, and that was so close on that one play with McLaughlin. Man, if McLaughlin scores that touchdown, you're fine. But they went Williams then back to back. That hurts. Oh yeah, we had the Jamis speech here. I want to hear what the Jamis speech was. Let's see.
Funny thing about this opportunity is we all know that dun, 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 dun. That's what we do it for. All right, we worked all our life for this moment. It's just us today, and out there on that field, it's only gonna be us. So let's fight together. Let's have each other back. Energy, execution, precision, and domination. All right, together. Here we go. Family on three. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Yeah, I love James. I'm sorry, I love Jamis Winston. Protect that man at all costs. That is a just to go from what they had to now having Jamis on that team, and that's who's leading them. The best, the absolute best. You couldn't ask for any better for the Browns, and I think America's happy for the Browns in that respect. It's like, hey, at least they can root. The Browns can root for them. Browns fans can root for them, and not worry about everything with the Watson shit. And yeah, so love Jamis Winston. Here we go, though, getting ready for the kickoff. That's going way the hell out of the back of the end zone, and the Browns will get the ball at the 30-yard line. No, and that's it. Like again, he had a lot of those issues with, remember back in college, he was like stealing crab legs out of nowhere, and fucking like there were some questions that some people might have had about him, and you didn't really quite know about it, but since that, like you now that you've seen him, like he's kind of helped himself in that respect, and his demeanor and just his overall personality, and maybe that was always there, just people didn't see it. Maybe he was trying to hide it himself to project a different kind of image. But him just being him, I mean, that's what's made everybody loves the kid. Everybody absolutely loves the kid. So and well deservedly so. So, but a first down pass there. Immediately on first down for Jamis Winston and the Browns. And Njoku, I believe, was the recipient of that. Now from the 41-yard line after an 11-yard gain. Winston, it's going to be a pitch back. It's going to be a reverse. And only about 2 yards on the gain, as, try to do a little shimmy shake in there. But once you stop moving your feet, you're kind of dead in the water. And that's what happened there. So a lot of movement, a lot of trickeration for 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Browns. Broncos defense did a real good job of kind of sniffing that one out. They're going to give him this is going to be a very long 7. They say 2nd and 7. It's a very long 7 here. Winston, it's going to be a handoff. That's going to be Ford. And it makes it a 3rd and short, so they are closer. It's definitely not a 3rd and long situation for them. It'll be about 3rd, I want to say 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, somewhere around there. Broncos defense, again, looking good. They're first in a lot of categories, 2nd in another. Like they're in the top there. 3rd and 3 is the official mark from the officials here in this game. Have to get to the 49 of the Broncos for a first down. Do the Browns. They are currently at their own 48. Winston running out of time. Looks, throws down the field. Wide open! Caught! And that is going to be inside the 10, is going to be first and goal. Moore with the reception for the Browns. And Cleveland knocking on the door. $1:16 remaining, first and goal from the 8-yard line. Winston steps back, throws in the end zone, caught, Njoku, touchdown, Cleveland Browns. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game up. Good throw, good catch from Njoku. 1:09 remaining here in the first quarter after that touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is drifting, but good. Browns may have to worry about their kicker right now. But it is a tied game. 7-7. Cleveland and the Broncos all tied up here at Mile High Stadium. And this game is, some people might have thought it was real easy for the Broncos, but maybe they don't have as easy as a time as people might have thought they would. Again, we are Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so very much. My name is King. Jimbo is my co-host here on the channel. He doesn't do the primetime games because he, has a job and a life and things. So that's why I'm here. I'm doing these. We missed the last couple, but again, this is our first year really doing this part of it. We had just been an audio podcast beforehand, so we're still figuring things out. We're trying to build our own niche, figure out what works for us and stuff like that. This is something I've always wanted to do, and then I saw other people do it and was like, well, they're doing it, why can't I? You see people like Tom Grossi and Brandon Perna and people like that doing it, and it's like, I know, this is something I've always had in my mind since I was working back in radio that I've wanted to do. So that's why we're here. That's what we're doing. We're figuring stuff out as we go along here. But again, thank you so very much. If you want to support us, please, what you're doing right now, just by watching us, you're supporting us. So thank you so very much for just having your eyeballs on us. If you want to help us out even more and support us even more, there's 2 more ways you could do that for absolutely free. Hit that like button. That is free, no cost to you, and helps us out tremendously like you do not even know, especially with YouTube. The other thing you can do, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out, again, like I said, more than you could ever know. And again, that helps us out, and your support is fantastic and well appreciated here by us at Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to go ahead and help us out even a little bit more, you want to take that extra step, the link for our donation station and our merch store is at the top of our chat room, which is wide open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how you're doing. We have the links there for each of those, the donation station and the merch store, as well as in the description below this video. So even if you don't want to go to chat, you just want to look at the description, the links are there for you to go ahead if you want to go and donate to the channel, help us out financially, or if you want to buy some merch. And again, that helps us out financially as well. That's going to be one hell of a game, ELS. Packers, Lions, Thursday night. And don't think that we are not going to cover that one. That is one that I'm definitely going to make sure. There are some games where maybe I'm not going to show up for, where, the matchup maybe isn't great. And I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather just sit home and get drunk and watch, YouTube videos all day. No, that one is one we are definitely going to watch. And the kickoff is out of the back of the end zone. And the Broncos will take over at the 30-yard line. My question to you, ELS, is: Do you think that the Can the Packers beat the Lions with the way that the Lions are playing right now? Bo Nix, first of all, back, throws in the backfield, incomplete. Williams was the intended receiver. Chief asset, see, here's the thing. I think that the Lions and specifically Dan Campbell have learned a lot from last year. And we're seeing that this year and how they play and the teams they play. Like, they are trying their best and damnedest to keep their foot on teams' throats and to play as hard as they can. And again, credit to the Bears for coming back on Thanksgiving. 1st and 10, fumble! That's going to be recovered by the Browns, and that's going to be brought all the way back for a touchdown. And I don't see any flags, and I don't see anything saying that is not exactly what just happened. Or the referee saying it is. Wait, hold on. What do we got? Catch 1, 2. That's not. They're gonna say that's not a catch. They're 1,000% saying that's not a catch. They're gonna. They're. They're not gonna say. I'm taking that off the board. I'm not even putting it on the board. And indeed, yes, not a catch. 3rd and 10 for the Broncos. Good thing I didn't do all that work to put it up there. Nix back. Rolls out to his right. Looks, throws down the field. Big pass. Incomplete. Just out of the fingertip reach of Mr. Troy Franklin. Chief Asset in the chat says, well, I would hope so. But I think deep inside of Dan, he will go for it no matter what once the playoffs. I don't. I think Dan is somebody who I think has learned from that and now will make, he's still going to be aggressive, but he's not going to be recklessly so like he was in that San Francisco game. Browns, by the way, look like they fair caught it there at the 11-yard line, and that's where they're going to take over after the punt from the Broncos, which for the Broncos is a lot better than having a fumble returned for a touchdown. So you'll take that in a trade. That's the key. You got to worry about Love throwing the picks there. Again, the Lions defense is injured. If there's a time to start picking them off, maybe it's now. I do still like the Lions, though. I do like how they're playing. Like if you ask me as a betting man, I'd probably end up picking the Lions in that game. If you're looking for the upset, clearly I think you go ahead and pick the Packers. But well, here's the thing. I think the Lions getting to the Super Bowl from the NFC was a foregone conclusion up until the last 2 or 3 weeks, and now the Eagles have thrown their hat into the ring. And now you have to seriously start considering, like, maybe the Eagles are going to get there. And I don't want that. That's the last thing I need. The last thing I need is a fucking Eagles Super Bowl. Last thing I fucking need. I'll tell you what, the Washington Redskins of the Washington football team of Redskin Commanders. There we go. I haven't said that one in a while. The Washington football team of Redskin Commanders. Good game against Tennessee. Again, it's Tennessee, so you take it with a grain of salt. But maybe that was a get-right game for them. I think they needed that, especially for their rookie. You don't think the Eagles are going to be... Here's the thing. When it comes to the NFC, it literally is the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles, and everybody else. There is nobody else right now that is a legitimate contender, I think, for the Super Bowl coming out of the NFC other than the Lions and the Eagles. legitimately they are on that separate tier from everybody else. Packers, good. Minnesota, I got questions about them, but they're 10-2, so what are you going to do? But I got a lot of questions about the fucking Vikings. And then after that, like, who is there? Nope, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of people. 1st and 10, Jamis from, they're going to actually call it at the 12-yard line is where the fair catch happened. But Chubb isn't even going to get there. He's going to get tackled. Maybe they give him an advance up to the 11, so it's going to be a loss of at least 1 here for the Browns. 2nd and 11 coming up here, I believe, will be the call. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, which, again, maybe it's just the glasses. I don't fucking know, but I didn't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Anyway, 2nd and 10. Man in motion. Play clock under 3. Winston under center. Gets the snap off. Back. Looks to throw. Throws. That's going to be caught. And for a 1st down, Moore again with the reception. Browns move the chains, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter with the Browns 7 and the Denver Broncos 7 here on Monday Night Football. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports for the Monday Night Watch Along. My name is King. Certainly love hanging out with you guys here as we just watch some football. I'm kind of, getting hammered, so it is what it is. If you like watching and getting hammered along with me, I know, Chief Asset, it's early in the morning for you out there in Thailand, so not sure you can do that with your job. I'm not sure the kids will appreciate a drunk teacher, even though I had a lot of those in high school. But still, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We certainly do appreciate it. Here, ELS in the chat says, here's my take on the Vikings. They are lucky sons of bitches. Here, whether it's luck or the old phrase, I'd rather be lucky than good. But again, for the Vikings, this feels a lot like 2022 for me, where they were 13-4, I think, when they won a division. They hosted a playoff game against the New York Giants, who just snuck into the playoffs at 9-7-1, or is it 9-8-1? Sorry, and Daniel Jones had his best year that year. Saquon stayed healthy the entire year and played well. And then just Daniel Jones had the best game of his life in that game. Saquon Barkley had some great runs in that game. And the Giants just beat the Vikings. Just beat the Vikings. And again, but the Vikings that year had a lot of those kind of games where it was one score and like, a team made a mistake. And like the Cardinals should have beaten the Vikings. If you look back, like I said, you look back at these games that the Vikings had since that first Packers game. That first Packers game was when, to me, it started kind of, the veneer started peeling off the Vikings for me. And it started looking like there's a lot of issues with this team that's being covered up by Justin Jefferson playing very well and Sam Darnold playing above expectations. But there's a lot of things like defensively, things like that. And the Vikings they kept it close with the Lions. I'll give them credit for that. But should have lost to the Packers. Should have lost to the Jets in London with the way they played. Should have lost that game to the Cardinals. They should have, but haven't. So at the end of the day, when you look at it from that, like they should have lost to the Jaguars. If the Jaguars had Trevor Lawrence starting instead of Mac Jones in that game that they played, the Vikings, I think the Jaguars win that game. Like, that's what I mean. The Vikings have really been very lucky. 1st down and 10 here for the Browns. Jamis is able to get the ball out, avoids the sack. 2nd and 10, incomplete pass for the Browns. Chief Esset, from what I understand, the discussions when it comes to the Washington football team of Redskins Commanders and the Chief Two Guns logo that they're talking about bringing back, is that it would be as like a throwback logo, like a throwback uniform, alternate respect to past and all that kind of stuff, but that the name itself will not be returning. So I don't think it's going to be a full-time logo return. I think it's going to be like a throwback that they're going to be able to wear and use that and have that with, the approval of the Native American community. Now, I know there are parts and segments of the Native American community that do want the Redskins name to come back. There's also parts of the Native American community that do not. And I think those are the ones that we have to listen to, both the for and against in the Native American community. I think all the white liberal assholes needs to shut the fuck up and let this be something that the American Indians take care of. 3rd and 10, throw incomplete. I believe it was intended for Judy, and that's going to be incomplete. And the Broncos stop the Browns, and they're going to have to go ahead and lead. I'm sorry, that was Moore was the intended receiver. So a different number than what I did. So that was Moore, the intended receiver. McMillan with the defensive play to knock the ball out. So from their 23-yard line, the Browns are going to have to punt. And the snap and the kick is away. And the Broncos are going to get the ball. Boy, where did that punt go out? That's going to be a question. I thought I saw some things about that yesterday, ELS. ELS in the chat letting us know. A fun little, again, another great fact, and this is why we love having ELS in the chat. If you got anything you want to let us know, fun fact, opinion, anything like that, again, we don't ban anybody outside of bots, really, unless you get really fucking stupid or obnoxious, like say some real dumbass shit. Unless you're a bot, we don't ban. So if you want to come in the chat and say what's up, how you doing, what's going on, what your thoughts, anything like that, you want to share a cool little factoid, come on in. Like, again, this is all open. Come on, like I'm fucking getting hammered here tonight. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna ban you for coming in and giving us facts? I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, ELS in the chat lets us know National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was released in theaters 35 years ago yesterday, December 1st. And again, I haven't watched that movie in forever. And I'll say this, even as I was very young when that came out, and you see the reruns on TV or whatever. I had, and I think I probably still do, have just an ever loving crush on Beverly D'Angelo. I don't think that's ever going to go away. That was just the raspy voice and the cute face and the giant cans, obviously. Was always a big Beverly fan. Big fan of Beverly D'Angelo. God bless her. And again, classic movie. It's just a classic movie. All the the vacation movies were always just classic. Also, a big fan of Airplane. Those were the ones I grew up on, so it kind of, in case you're wondering what my sense of humor is and all those kind of things, that's where those formative movies that I have, And then I was like, 6 years old, and I was watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space and fucking loved it. Still love those clowns to this day. So, just to know where I am mentally, that's where it is. That's where I am. Handoff here, and that's going to be a loss of 3 yards here. McLaughlin with the carry, 3-yard loss. 2nd down and 13. They might give him 12. You never know how the officials go ahead and mark the forward progress, but. And indeed, they do give him forward progress as 2nd and 11. I did not think he got anywhere close to that, but what the fuck do I know? I'm a drunk sitting at home watching a game here with you guys. Not an official. Bo Nix throw down the field, incomplete. That's a little bit of a bover throw, but we do have a flag down. First flag of the game here in the second quarter. Gotta love that. And it is going to be pass interference on the Browns, so that's what they're saying for John Hussey with the call. Yo, fucking Hussey. But that's going to be pass interference on the Browns. And that's why they're saying that that was a little bit of... I mean, was that catchable? I mean, I guess technically by the letter of the law you could call that, so... Estime here with an appearance for the Broncos. He gets the carry, gets 6 yards on it, 2nd and 4. Coming up here for the Denver Broncos. ELS in the chat says, best Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's up there. I think it's up there. I think the best Christmas movie, though, forever is and will be Die Hard. And that's a hill I'll die on. I'll die hard on. 2nd and 4 coming up here. Nixon shotgun takes the snap. Was a little bit wide outside. Looks like he's going to get a blindside hit. Bounces up in the air. That's going to be caught and intercepted. And I don't think that hit the ground. Let's take a look. Again, the Broncos are walking off the field. That looks like that is a legitimate interception. That one looks like it's not going to be coming back. Let's see. Newsome with the pick off the bounce. Yeah, no, that never came close to hitting the ground. Ward kind of knocked it up in the air, and then Newsome came down with the tip drill. And so the first turnover of the game turned Bover. Although that one's not Bo's fault, but it's going to go down as that. That's the thing, unfortunately. That goes down as an interception, so it automatically goes on Bo Nix as an interception. Even though that had nothing to do with him. But such is life. The NFL, not fair. Everybody has that debate. ELS. That's a debate that people have been having for 30 plus fucking years since that movie came out. Almost 40 years now. I like to think it's a Christmas movie. I like watching it during Christmas, so that's fine. A Christmas Story. That's another great Christmas movie. Elf can eat shit. I don't like Elf. I never liked Elf. And it's not that I don't like Will Ferrell. Again, I love Anchorman. I love some of the other stuff that he's in. But Elf just, I never bought into it. I didn't like it. So, to me, like everybody talks about, oh, Christmas movie, it's got to be Elf. It's like, Elf can eat a big pile of shit. I don't care. It's not up there. It's not on my Christmas viewing. Chief Asset, you're a son of a bitch. You don't know? Oh, ELS. By the way, if you didn't know this, ELS, yes, Hallmark channel. You know, the people who do all the sappy Christmas movies and things like that. They went into a licensing deal with the Kansas City Chiefs. And this year, as part of their, what do they do, 21 Days of Christmas or whatever it is, where they have all your typical Hallmark Christmas movies, you know, one of them is going to be, yes, a holiday touchdown, a Chiefs love story. Yeah, that's a legitimate movie that is going to be on Hallmark Channel. So, yeah, it's a thing. It's an actual thing. First down for the Browns. They get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. ELS says, what? That's stupid. A lot of people said the same thing, but motherfuckers are going to watch it. But listen, Hallmark Channel during this Christmas season, their ratings go through the guy that everybody loves seeing, big time city girl goes back home, finds love and with the rustic down to earth mechanic guy or whoever it is, blue collar guy, not the white collar guys that are there trying to get her in the big bustling city. She's got to go back down home to the rural rustic to get to the real bare bones of it with the elbow grease from the. It's how they love it. It's how they love it. Second down, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Njoku was the intended receiver. 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Browns after that interception. Jamis Winston back, looking to throw. Throws over the middle. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be a first down to the 47-yard line. Browns go ahead and move the chains. Here's the thing. If it starred Taylor Swift, I'd watch the fucking thing. I'd watch anything with her in it. Winston on 1st and 10 rolls out to his right, tipped at the line, incomplete. 2nd and 10. ELS says you'd have to pay me to watch that piece of shit movie. Listen. If you ever happen to find yourself with a lovely young woman who is a football fan, but also a woman, the day may come where you have to watch a movie that you may think is bad, or a TV show, for that matter. Let's say Gilmore Girls. Just out of the blue. Just let me randomly pick that one out of the air. It's not random. Big run here by Ford. Ford's going to get all the way down to the 32-yard line. 1st down and 10. The Browns, on that 1st down play, missed tackle, led to a big Ford F-150 run there. And the Browns are now cooking inside Denver territory down at the 30. It almost looks like they're down at the 31. Now, ELS, you will not put yourself on fire if you have to watch a bad movie with a young, fine, lovely young lady. Winston, he's going to get sacked back at the line of scrimmage, so it's not going to be officially sacked. But he does get sacked 2nd down. ELS says, if that happens, I'm going to put myself on fire. No, you won't. If you find yourself in a chance to be with a fine, lovely young woman and you're on a couch during a holiday season watching that kind of movie, you're not going to do that. You know why? Because there's always the promise that you're going to get laid afterwards. So with that, you're going to watch it. You're going to watch it, and you're going to swallow it, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to get emotional about it. You're going to be like, this is so great. I love how this is. This is so wonderful. Because there's going to be a slight promise that at the end of that woman's going to touch your genitals. And so you do. You do what you got to do in this life. You know what I'm saying, ELS? So, yeah. Browns, we're seeing a comparison here to Deshaun Watson, 1-6. Jamis Winston, 2-2. Clearly better. More points per game. More passing yards per game by a fuck ton. And, yeah, just a better person overall. So, here's to Jamis Winston. And ELS, she would gladly watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with you as well. See, there's always a give and take when you have shit like that. You watch that, and she'll watch that with you. Throw over the middle as he's getting hit is Jamis, incomplete on 3rd and 5. And it's going to lead to maybe another field goal attempt. Do the Browns want to try that? They've already missed one. Or do they try to go a little bit closer? Pecan in the chat. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you here. Merry McRib Eve, everybody. I believe, well, today's the 2nd. Didn't it come out today? I know my McDonald's here in the beautiful Bayonne, New Jersey, already had the advertisement out for it to go and get it today. So, and I did not. And I was actually at a McDonald's today. So, did not get the McRib yet. But I do believe it was out today. I think December 2nd, wasn't it? December 2nd? I thought so. Snap, hold, kick, up. This one not missed. This one actually is good, and the Browns are going to go ahead and take themselves a 10-7 lead. There in Mile High City, 10-7. The Browns lead the Broncos here on this Monday night. Watch along. Thank you so much for watching along. My name is King. This is, of course, Stay Tuned Sports, this lovely channel that we got rolling over here. If you'd like to support us, listen, you're doing so right now by just having your eyeballs on us, which I know having your eyeballs on me, it's a tough ask sometimes, but thank you so much for doing so anyway. If you want to help us out even more, give us a little bit more support. There's 2 more ways you can help us. Absolutely free. Hit that like button. That helps us out tremendously with the algorithm and the YouTube algorithm lords, the great Lovecraftian Cthulhu gods in the sky that they are. Certainly would appreciate that help. Also, the second thing you can do, absolutely for free, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out, again, like I said, tremendously. Helps appease the gods for just a little while longer so that we can still live in this wonderful reality that we do. However, if you also want to help us out a little bit more, if you want to be, want to go above and beyond what most people would do, you can go ahead and support us with some financial help as well. We have a link for our donation station and our merch store that is pinned right there in the top of the chat, as well as in the description below this video. Again, donation station is what it is. You support the channel, donate whatever you want. Well, 5 cents, $5, $50, doesn't matter. You want to go ahead and donate that, you can. If you become the top donator, you get your name right here above the ticker right now. Currently, it is our good friend Pecan who just joined us in the chat, wishing us a Merry McRib Eve. Pardon me. Currently, the price to beat, as it were, is $15. You do more than that, you get your name right there in lights. And again, we would appreciate, again, and any donation made, we give you a shout out. We certainly do love any and all support and help that you guys give us. And again, when it comes to the merch store, more merch is being added all the time. If you have an idea about what kind of merch you would want to see, please come into the chat. Let us know, and we'll see what we can do for you. But again, more merch is being added at all the time. All the time. I was trying to mix words. I got some alcohol in me. It happens. What are you going to do? But yes, so we are adding. We also do have stuff in there right now. Regularly, we have the 8-bit helmets. Seem to be something that everybody likes. Got the 8-bit helmet going on there. We got the Steelers. Got Seahawks. We have who else we have in there? We had obviously Giants, Eagles. I think we have somebody else. We have Rams. We have the Rams 8-bit helmet in there as well. So we got a lot of stuff in there. Go in there and check that out. That helps us out tremendously. Here we go on the kickoff after the field goal. The Browns are going to go ahead and give this ball back to the Broncos. And in the Mile High City, of course, the balls travel a lot farther. Ask your mom. And that's going to end up on the 30-yard line. Oh, man, halftime can't come soon enough. I got to refill this beverage. I do want to get a McRib tomorrow, though, for sure. Like, I don't know if maybe I'll order it myself. Maybe my wife will do it. Maybe that's what we'll have, a nice romantic McRib dinner. I don't know. Bo Nix on first down, getting chased for his life. Has to just chuck it way the fuck out of bounds. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Bo Nix this year has 7 interceptions when trailing or tied. None when leading. And currently the Browns are in the lead. So the Broncos facing a little bit of an uphill battle, if you will, ironically, as they are in the Mile High City there in the Rocky Mountains. Normally I would say a lovely city, but recent years I believe it is now covered in hobo shit. So, Bo Nix here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's going to be McLaughlin, and he's downed, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Broncos. Oh, we got a flag down, though. Okay. That's a real late fucking flag. Illegal formation on the Broncos. Penalty is declined. 3rd and 10. And in case you're wondering, if you're brand new to the channel, well, you said the penalty was declined. Why did you add the number if it's declined? Nay. As you can see, that says flag counter. Doesn't say penalty counter. It says flag counter. Every time one of these sons of bitches refs throws their goddamn flag, which has been way too many. Oh, Bo Nix, airing and out, deep down the field, broken up. And that's going to be 4th and 10 coming up for the Broncos. Sutton was the intended receiver. Had 2 Browns around him, though. Could not come down with the ball. And so another punt from the Broncos. And this punt is going to go out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And that is where Jamis Winston and the Browns will take over on their next drive. 8:09 remaining here in the first half, second quarter. The flag count so far has been okay. The first flag wasn't thrown until a couple minutes into the second quarter. So we had a whole first quarter that had no flags. So it's not been a terrible night for flags so far. The Broncos have had a little bit of struggle when it's come to the Browns and their defense today. So we'll see. They're going to have to try to put something together. But as we've seen for most of the night so far, for what I've seen at least for most of the night so far, is Bo Nix is running for his fucking life back there. And he's been getting it out, and he's been avoiding the sacks, but the pressure from the... Oh, Jamis Winston, airing it out, big ball overthrown. He put a lot under that one and just overthrew his receiver. Yeah, no, our boy ELS is a Packers fan. Go Packers! Woo! Packers! Super Bowl! Packers! Woo! If anybody gets that reference, please, you're cool and we can hang out. I don't think anybody's ever gotten that reference. I don't know if anybody ever will. Second and 10. This one's going to be a handoff to Ford. And Ford's going to get about 4 yards. And we got about 3rd and 6 coming up here. They're going to say 3rd and 7, only 3. Steelers in the AFC are going to be something to watch. The Steelers are looking dangerous. The Bills are looking dangerous. There's a lot of dangerous teams, and the Chiefs, man, they remind me a lot of Miami University, the Hurricanes there. They are playing with fire, and one of these days they're going to go up against a team that's somewhat decent and not blow a game, and they're going to fucking... I mean, they already did it with the Bills, and again, they should have lost to the Raiders. Kansas City should have lost 5 games already this year. So the Chiefs are a team that they've really, really, really... we keep on sitting there saying, when are the Chiefs going to turn it around? When are they going to turn it on? When is Travis Kelce going to turn it on? When is Patrick Mahomes going to stop throwing so many interceptions? When are all these other things going to happen? Man, it's not happening right now for the Chiefs. And I'm not convinced that the Chiefs are going to go deep into the playoffs, let alone get back to the Super Bowl for a 3rd straight attempt at a championship. I'm not sure. The Chiefs, I'd be worried about that if I was you, Chief Asset. Winston on 3rd and 7, getting chased, incomplete. And Joku was kind of tackled in coverage, but no flag. And the Browns are going to have to punt from deep in their own territory, from their own, what do they got? Their own 14-yard line there? Yep, so. Pardon me. Didn't mean to do that. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day. Chief Asset, my brother, if you ain't worried, you ain't watching. You're not paying attention. You should be worried a little bit when it comes to your Chiefs. That punt return is going to get marked down at about the 32-yard line. And that is where the Broncos will take over on their next drive as they try to get something going here before the end of the half. Currently, the Browns have the lead in the Mile High City, 10-7. I was going to say, the Panthers game they should have lost. They should have lost to the Raiders. They should have lost to, how far do you want to go back? They should have lost to the Ravens. They should have lost to, they've been lucky to win all year. And, we were talking about how the Minnesota Vikings were playing with fire and how they're kind of getting real lucky and stuff like that. The same can be said about the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's a concern to everybody who's watching. And I'm not a Chiefs hater. I like the Chiefs. I'm not one of those assholes that says, like, oh, well, fuck them. They got the refs in their pocket. Da, da, da. I'm not. I defend them over it. I like the Chiefs. I really do. I enjoy Taylor Swift and her sweet, sweet bottom that she has. Congratulations, Travis, man. That's still, what a pull. What a fucking pull. Put a ring on that thing, man. We already saw that Josh Allen got engaged to Haley Steinfeld. He's no dummy. He knows that's an ass that you put a fucking ring on. Taylor Swift's ass, put a ring on that thing, man. Let's go. Come on, Travis. What are you doing? So I go. I root. I do like the Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs hater. But in watching the Chiefs this year, look at the Buccaneers. They should have lost to the Buccaneers. Like, when you look back at the Chiefs games, it's like, but, man, Concern City, USA, baby. You got to be really worried about what's going on with Kansas City Chiefs right now. And if you sit there and say you're not, then it's either you got that mask on and you're just trying to, hey, everything's fine, but underneath it, you're like, oh, shit. Or you're just not paying attention. And you really do got to be paying attention right now, because to any observer, yeah, you're 11-1. And in the NFL, listen, wins are wins. That's what fucking matters. But if we're talking about once you get to the playoffs and having to play these teams and you're playing good teams, it's like, boy. And then especially if you happen to drop one or two more games in this season. Right now, if you drop only one more, the Bills take over the number one spot because they have the tiebreaker over you. So the Chiefs right now are in a spot where they can't lose another game. It's not about complaining. It's just about, we live in a now. This is now. Everything's happening now is happening now. What happened then? We passed then. When? Just now. When will then be now? Very soon. McLaughlin with the carry on first down. Bobbled the ball, almost a fumble. But he gets about 6 yards on the carry. That gets a lot more than that. 2nd and 2. What the fuck am I watching? Who the fuck knows? 8 yards on the carry. I thought he got 6, but I guess he fell for 2 more. So from the 41-yard line, sorry, did a talking and yawning at the same time there. We've got Williams. He's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2 now coming up here for the Broncos. Just checking Twitter X right now. For a little something here in between the plays. 3rd and 2. Nix is in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws down the left side. Caught! Cortland Sutton. First down for the Broncos. Chief Asset. I understand the sentiment. Chief Asset in the chat says, let's just try to keep the playoff talk to when we're in the playoffs. Okay, I get that. However, we here at Stay Tuned Sports are a sports talk show. This is a sports talk broadcast. We're literally talking about sports right now as it's happening. So we're going to talk about playoff scenarios until the playoffs happen, and then we'll talk about the playoffs when they get here too. We're going to talk about all that shit. Nix throws. That's going to be caught for another first down, a 14-yard gain for the Broncos. Nate Adkins, the tight end, with the reception. Ooh, gingerbread Pepsi. Might give that a shot. We'll see how that goes with vodka. Out of the backfield, a little bit of a trick play. Oh, that's going to 10, down to the 5, down to the... Where's the ref going to mark it? Looks like they marked it at the 1. Franklin out of the backfield. It was kind of a fake handoff, fake screen, then a real screen. Great play there from the Broncos. Down at the 1-yard line. Nix, play action, rolls out to his right. Looks, can't find anybody. Throws, incomplete, throws it into the ground. We have a flag down, though. Delpit very upset with whatever the call is going to be. It's probably going to be against him, whether it's defensive holding or pass interference, one way or the other. They're already on the 1-yard line, so you can't get too much further back there. But it is indeed going to be holding there on the Browns, on Grant Delpit. So that's going to be, about an inch difference when it comes to ball placement. But it is just another down given. So first down, Williams again. He was the offended party. So here we go. 4:06 remaining. First and goal. Handoff. Touchdown. Denver Broncos. And that's going to be Michael Burton with the carry for the touchdown for the hometown Broncos. So you can relax a little bit there, ELS. No more fantasy points put up on the board there for Williams. And just like that, the Broncos have the lead again. Snap, hold, kick, up, good, and it is 14-10. The Denver Broncos have the lead over the Cleveland Browns here with 4:03 remaining here in the second quarter. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. I might be slightly intoxicated. It's been a long day. I don't give a fuck. But again, thank you so much for watching us here. Thank you so much for supporting us. Again, you watching us, your eyeballs on us is support enough. If you want to help us out, again, for absolutely free, no cost, you go ahead, you hit that like button. That helps us out with the YouTube algorithm gods. Very Lovecraftian bastards they are. Also, if you're watching not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out again tremendously here on Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so very much for your support in all that we do. As we look at Bo Nix on the sideline, Broncos desperately needed that drive. They weren't able to get a lot going in this half outside of that one touchdown drive they did have. I believe that was the second drive of the game for them. So they've done well here. They've done well. They've gone ahead here with 4 minutes left in the second half. I mean, in the second quarter, first half. And now we're going to see how the Browns respond. And that's going to be a dynamic touchback, and the Browns will get it at the 30-yard line. So here we go now. 1st and 10 for Jamis Winston. Hi, Bubba. How are you? Oh, it's in my wallet. In my pants. Giggity. In there. It's in the back pocket. Yes, I was just talking about my wife, what's inside my pants. Get your mind out of the gutters. It's just my wallet. There's not going to be any money in there either. Like I said, I got $4 in my bank account, so. Second and 10 coming up here for the Browns. Jamis Winston back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. Njoku over the middle. It's going to be good for 5 yards. 3rd and 10 coming up. ELS talking to us about the special Pepsi flavors that are coming out. It says that you can buy the gingerbread Pepsi on Pepsi's TikTok shops. For now, no plans yet for it to be sold in stores. Fuck that, I'm not downloading TikTok, that fucking Chinese communist app. 3rd and 5. Winston throws. That's going to be caught in the first down. Up to about the 44-yard line. Thrash the receiver. Game clock is at 2:37, 2:36. And we have a stoppage. It looks like somebody's taking a timeout. Might be the Browns themselves. Nope, we have an injury timeout. Injured Bronco on the field. Zach Allen. He's able to get up and walk off on his own power. So good for that. You'd like to see that. Nice. We give the applause for being able to get off the field. ELS continuing with his soda rant here. Unfortunately, for now, it seems that Pepsi is keeping Pepsi Gingerbread as a limited edition flavor available only on their website and their TikTok shop. No store release is planned for now. Pepsi trying to market it big there to the next, Pepsi, is the whole drink of the new generation. So they've always been pushing that shit. So, but buying anything off of TikTok shop is, I would rather shave my balls with a rusty razor. So Winston on 1st and 10 throws over the middle. Holy shit, what a catch. Jerry Jeudy, again, with his second big catch of the night for the Browns. He's had 4 targets. That was indeed his second reception. 61 total yards on those 2 receptions. I'm not going to lie, though. Gingerbread Pepsi with a little bit of Jägermeister sounds fucking delicious. And we've hit the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. The Broncos with a 14-10 lead over the Cleveland Browns. Browns looking to march down the field, get a score here before the end of the half. Will it be a field goal? Will it be a touchdown? We're going to find out in the next 2 minutes, aren't we now? Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, my name is King. Your name is, state your name. And thank you so much for watching us here. As, again, just your eyeballs on this channel is amazing support, and we cannot thank you enough for just watching us. And by us, I mean, of course, me and, of course, my co-host, Jimbo, who he's not an imaginary friend. He actually is somebody, but he doesn't do the primetime games. He's, actually got work and a life and things like that to do. So he doesn't join us here for the primetime games. But me and him do the show together. We have the countdown that we do on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, we have the main show. Fridays, we do the Friday forecast. Mostly last week, we did not do a lot of that. There was a lot going on last week with the holidays and just a lot of other things that were happening. So there was an unfortunate hiatus when it came to the shows. But yeah, so we are here. We thank you so much for your patronage and watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Also, if you want to help us out a little bit more with a little bit more support, do 2 things that are absolutely free. Hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. 2 Very simple, very free things that you can do to help us out. So thank you so very much for that. What do we got else going on in the world today? Let me check on the Twitter X. Let's see. Is it not? Let's see. Well, I just clicked on it. It seems to be working. I don't know. I don't know. I just clicked on the link at the top of the chat and it seems to be working. It brought me right to the site, so I don't know. 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Njoku. 2nd down and 7. It looks like a 3 or 4 yard gain. I don't know why it's not working for you, Pecan. I honestly don't. I'm checking it right now and I'm doing it again, and it's working. I don't know. Technology always works great, doesn't it? As we're looking here at the last touchdown drive here that the Browns had, 1:55 remaining. The Broncos took a timeout. Throw. That's going to be caught. Jerry Jeudy. 1st down, Browns. Merch store link is working too. I just want to make sure all the links are working. Yeah, they're all working here, Pecan. I don't know. I wish I could help you troubleshoot your problem, but if it's if it's working, I don't know what to do. Jamis Winston throws, intercepted, and it's a pick 6. It's not even close. Touchdown, Broncos. That is exactly what the Browns did not need. Oh no, disaster at the end of the first half for the Browns. Glorious exultation for the Broncos at the end of the first half. Jamis Winston throws his first interception of the game, and it is a pick 6, and it was off to the races as soon as it was picked off. My God. And the extra point is up, and it is a good. Oop, and I just punched my mic. First time in a while I've punched the mic. I'll give myself that credit. 21-10. The Broncos lead over the Browns grows here at the end of the first half. Oh, it was. I see what Jameis was trying to do. But you get just it's a great defensive play. It really is. James, I feel like maybe the ball needs to have a little bit more zip on it at that point. I don't know, but that is unfortunate. But Nick Bonito with the pick 6. Ooh, boy. Jameis has done it everywhere. Again, he had that 30 for 30 year in Tampa Bay. Like he's again, we love Jameis. Is he a great quarterback? No. Is he a good quarterback? That's debatable. Is he a better quarterback in person than Deshaun Watson? Yes, on both counts. So, I mean, there's that. But, oh, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate mistake there. So now the hill to climb for the Browns just became Rocky Mountain High. See what I did there, John Denver? Suck my dick. But yeah, this is going to be hard now. Now again, the Browns defense has played well and stopped the Broncos for the most part here in the first half. So if the Browns can just avoid more offensive mistakes, their defense can keep them in this game. But no more pick sixes. Can't have any more pick sixes. And you got to start scoring here if you're the Browns. I did see that as well, Crafty. I did see that as well. I thought the receiver kind of laid back waiting for that pass instead of going after it and attacking it. And I think if the receiver does that, it's at worst an incomplete pass. And otherwise it gets completed. But he kind of just sat back there, waited for it, and knowing that the defensive back is right there next to you. And if you don't know that, you have bad football awareness. Incomplete pass here on 1st and 10 from Jamis Winston. 1:34 remaining in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 coming up. Jamis in shotgun. He's going to complete that to Moore. That's going to be a gain of about 6, 3rd down. Broncos take their second timeout. .127, 3rd and 4. Jamis Winston back, looking to throw. Throws over the middle. That is going to be caught. Jerry Jeudy at the 48-yard line of the Broncos. 1:15, 1:14, 1:13 clock is ticking. Browns have all three of their timeouts. 1st and 10. Browns set up. 1:07, 1:06, 1:05 remaining. They are set. Ball is snapped with 1:02. Winston throws to the sidelines. It's going to be caught by Jeudy again. Out of bounds. 1st down. It is completed, and then he goes out of bounds to stop the clock. 57 seconds left and a 1st down. Browns are moving the ball down the field efficiently. ELS in the chat says, at least I'm 3/4 done with getting Christmas shopping done. He's got his mom, his dad, and his sister all gifts. Now I need to get one for your brother. There you go. See? You're doing work. You're doing work. Gotta love it. 1st and 10. Winston over the middle. That's going to be caught by Moore. 1st down again. Clock is ticking, but the Browns are in decent position. They have time. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Browns setting up, trying to get a play. Winston trying to direct traffic. And the Browns call a timeout. They are not going to make an Eberflusian mistake here. And they take their first timeout with 38 seconds left. Players were not set. They didn't know where they were supposed to be. So instead of letting the clock click down and only having one play left, Mr. Stefanski says, no, we are not going to pull an Eberflus here. Timeout. We got 3 of them. No reason to fucking hold on. Black Friday and Cyber Monday are always going to be your friends when you're trying to shop. Also, shopping's super fucking early. Like, you start shopping in fucking May, June, July, and August. You find some pretty good deals. So, with 38 seconds left, 1st and 10 for the Browns. Jamis 4 for 5 on this drive with 48 yards passing. From the 22 of the Broncos, Winston in shotgun. Takes the snap, back, looks, throws over the middle, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 with 35 seconds left. By the way, a quick and funny note, Jarvis Brownlee from the Titans said that the Titans let the cold get to them in their loss to the Washington football team of Redskins Commanders. By the way, the temperature there at its lowest was 40 degrees, and for the most part of the game, it was either 41 or 42 degrees there in the DMV area. 2nd and 10, that's going to be caught by Moore. 3rd down, 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Browns are going to take their 2nd timeout. 1 timeout remaining for each team now, Browns and Broncos. Here we go. 3rd and 5 is the mark. Have to get to the 12-yard line for a 1st down. The Browns. 1 timeout left. Winston back, looks, throws, caught. Down to the 4-yard line are the Browns. 24 seconds remaining. 1st and goal. Looks like the Browns have taken their final timeout. So the Browns are looking to correct the massive mistake on their last drive where they could have taken a lead and they were driving down the field fairly well before the interception and return for a touchdown for the Browns gave them the 21-10 lead. 8 plays, 66 yards in just a minute 14. This has been a fantastic 2-minute drill by Jamis Winston. Throws in the end zone, incomplete on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal coming up from the 4. Moore was the intended receiver on that play. Armed Farm in the chat says this is worse than watching shit Harden. I don't know. I think it's been an entertaining game so far, if we're going to be honest with each other. If you want to talk about watching shit Harden, I'm a fucking Giants fan. I watch that every fucking week, and I want to burn my fucking head off. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Jamis Winston in shotgun. Empty backfield. Trips over to his left. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws to his right. Incomplete. It was in and out of the hands of Njoku. 3rd and goal. Coming up here for the Browns. 17 seconds remaining. Good defensive play to knock that ball out of Njoku's hands at the very last minute. Very last second, if you will. Here we go. 17 seconds. 3rd and goal from the 4. Judy to his right. Winston back, looks, throws. Caught! Touchdown! Cleveland Browns Tight end Njoku with the reception, and the Browns, they are not going anywhere, folks. Did they just fold up and die after that pick six that could have given them the lead on that drive? No, they said, listen, we're going to go right back down the field in a 2-minute fucking drill that's going to make everybody fucking impressed as fuck. And we're going to pull ourselves right back to within 4 points in this game. And they are an extra point away from doing so. Snap, hold, kick up, and that is a good extra point. 17 now for the Browns, 21 for the Broncos. 13 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the Browns, impressive drive by Jamis Winston and the Browns. Especially after you throw a pick six on the last one, and you know that could be an unraveling moment for a lot of other teams. Browns stepped right back up, marched down the field, and put themselves right back into this game. I'm impressed. I'm sorry, I'm impressed. For somebody who's had to watch the Giants all year, seeing a team not fold, that's fucking impressive. Seven for 11 on the last drive, 70 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Obviously, I don't think you can get 2 touchdowns in a drive. But Jamis, man, looked really good there. He's looked good in this game outside of the one mistake. And again, the Browns are not going away. That's going to be out of bounds in the back of the end zone. So that is going to be a 30-yard line start there for the Broncos. With 13 seconds remaining, I would imagine that they're just going to go ahead. And victory formation, kneel on this sumbitch, as we'll get ready for the second half. And indeed, that is what they're going to do. So there we go, folks. First half of Monday Night Football is over. The Denver Broncos, 21. Bo Nix looked a little iffy. He's looked a little bit better. And, of course, the Broncos defense doing what the Broncos defense does with a pick six of Jamis Winston. However, the Browns, Jamis Winston, leading this team, no quit even after that pick six mistake, went right back down the field afterwards, 2-minute drill, run to perfection, and got right back in this game. 4-point difference, anybody's game. And I do believe the Browns get the ball first in the second half. So with that being the case, man, Browns certainly are not done in this game. Again, my name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so much for joining and watching us on the channel here as we are watching along with Monday Night Football. If you like what you're watching, please, like I said, you're watching us. Your eyeballs are enough support and help us out tremendously, especially with YouTube and the algorithm and all the shit that we talked about before. Thank you so much. Again, if you do want to support us even a little bit more, 2 ways to do so for absolutely free. No money, no cost to you whatsoever. Spared no expense. Hit that like button. Helps us out tremendously, like I said, with the YouTube algorithm and the glorious old gods of the Lovecraftian nature that we have to appease here at YouTube before they eat all of our souls. Hitting that like button keeps them at bay for a little while. Something else that can do that is that subscribe button. If you're watching us not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously. Again, chat room is open. If you want to come into the chat room, say hi, say hello, say how you're doing. Like you said, if you want to be Armed Farm here, who says that watching this was like watching shit harden, couldn't disagree harder with that. But hey, guess what? That's why the chat's there. Come in, let your opinion be known. It's great for everybody. And again, we don't ban anybody here. Like we're not, unless you're a bot or you say some just fucking outlandish shit. Like we're not banning anybody here. That's not what we do. So yeah, chat's open. Come in, say hi. If you want to donate if you want to donate, do that. Again, I've had some drinks, and I'm going to make another one right here at halftime. But if you do want to donate, there we go. We do have a link at the top of the chat pinned there for you, as well as in the description below this video, in case you just don't want to join us in the chat. In which case, hey, listen, free country. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. But we have those links there for you for our donation station, for our merch store. Again, all that is fantastic and will help us out tremendously. Thank you so very much for all your help and all your support for us here at Stay Tuned Sports, myself and my co-host Jimbo, who, of course, not here. It's like I'm not talking to an invisible, person or something like that. Not yet. Couple more drinks, we'll see. But I'm going to go do that right now. Take a little break here at halftime. I will be right back before the start of the second half. I promise this time. I think the last time I took a break like this, I missed the beginning of the half, and that was a bit of a whoopsie. But I will be back here. So do not fret, do not worry. We'll be back in just like 2-3 minutes, whatever. How long it takes to make a drink. Probably go to the bathroom, take a little bit of bathroom break. We are 10 minutes away from the start of the second half, so I'll definitely be back before then. See ya in just a moment. And we're back. Of course, we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us again. Like I'm saying, getting ready to start the second half here. We're still a couple of minutes away. Again, I got myself a nice new frosty beverage. Good and delicious holiday treat, if you will. Nice little cranberry soda. Cranberry soda, little vodka, little cranberry soda. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Very good. Let me check. Was there any? Are the Devils playing today? That's something. I always gotta. I'm not nearly as up on the NHL schedule as I should be. Let's take a look here. The Stars and Utah Hockey Club at zeros. Maple Leafs beat the Blackhawks 4-1 today. Devils with a 5-1 win over the... We played the fucking Rangers today and I didn't know it. Get the fuck out of here. I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible fan. Take my fan card away. I revoke my fandom. I revoke my fanness. Unbelievable. But still, fuck the Rangers. Let's go Devils, baby. Woo! Pissed that I fucking blanked on a fucking Devils Rangers game. How the fuck did I do that? But it's great to see that we fucking destroyed them. That makes me happy. It also makes me happy that fucking Boomer Esiason's going to be fucking crying pools of shit tomorrow morning about his fucking Rangers. Oh, my Rangers. The Rangers. Rangers suck, Boomer. Go fuck yourself. Just checking some messages here. No. Don't care about that. 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 Okay, I think we're good. Halftime sometimes can be a little wonky right here. Again, I'm not as big as like a Tom Grassi where I could do like cool raids and shit. So, we're just here. Just doing shit, waiting for fucking halftime to start. Again, I gotta wait on a fucking stream here. I thought I had the ESPN stream on before, but it really kind of fucked itself. So then I was like, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't do much. You just gotta sit here and fucking take it. Hamster, welcome to the chat, brother. Welcome to the broadcast. Great to have you in here as we are watching along here on Monday night on what I think has been a fairly good matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. 21-17. Denver has the lead coming in here to the second half. Jamis Winston had a interception, returned for a pick six. Hard to, like, again, it is his fault perhaps, but I also think it might be a lot on the receiver too. The receiver got very lackadaisical with that, so I was very I'm very hesitant with that. Either way, a pick six is a pick six, no matter who you blame or don't blame. But then he was able to go down the field with fucking just fantastic efficiency. Jamis Winston on that 2-minute drive to get the Browns that touchdown right at the end of the half was something else, was something rather spectacular. And we'll see right now. They get the ball to start the second half. And they're going to start it at the 30-yard line as that is out of the back of the end zone. Hamster says that you got some snow flurries down there by your Georgia-Tennessee border. And that's some big deal. We were just talking about that the other day, about how you don't really get a ton of snow there, especially in the valleys. There might be some higher up there in Chattanooga and in some of the Smokies there, but not in by there at what is that, Lookout Mountain there and all this big thing over there, but not there in the valley. But there you go, you got some flurries there. First down and 10. First down pass there to Moore, and there's a flag on the play. Only the fourth flag of the game so far. And this might only be, I believe, the third accepted penalty. So what is this going to be? We have illegal use of hands by the Broncos. That penalty is going to be declined. Result of the play, of course, is a first down. So first play, first down there for the Browns. The Browns, that's an interesting stat. 25 straight plays without Nick Chubb to end the first half. That's, if you're Nick Chubb, I don't know how you feel about that one. Pass out of the backfield. Gain of about a yard to Moore. And we have another flag. Second half, the ref said, we've been out of this game. We got to get noticed. There's been so few flags. How will people know? How will people know that we're even here if we're not throwing the flags? We got to throw the flags on. So it seems like they picked up the flag. But like I said, that doesn't say penalty counter. That says flag counter. You throw the flag, it goes on the counter. Fuck you, refs. Oh, Hamster and his lovely casino conspiracy, thinking that the Browns are going to cover here because 75% of the money was on the Broncos to cover. Yeah, but here's the other thing, too. The Browns just beat the Steelers last week. And the Steelers, as good as the Broncos' defense is, I think the Steelers have a better defense. So I was one to think. I would have put money on the Browns on that one. If I had money, if I had more than $4 in a bank account. Third and 3. Coming up here for Jamis and the Browns. Back, looks, throws. It's going to be caught by Njoku. No, it's not. It's going to be dropped by Njoku. 4th and 3. Right around midfield. Browns are going to punt. It was going to be short, even if he did get it. Maybe if he catches that, and it's a 4th and 1 or 4th and a half a yard. You think about it. You give it a little bit more thought, but 4th and 3 from your 49-yard line, the Browns say, no, we're not going to fuck with that, and we're going to give it back to the Broncos. So, punt here. Broncos seem to have it at their 11 or 12-yard line, depending on where the referee wants to mark them down. Vegas, for the most part, does know what they're doing because they have a lot of smart people there, and they got people who can do fucking algorithms in their head, fucking making up lines and putting shit like that. For the most part, they do. But every now and then, Vegas does get fucking hosed, and they come out and say it too. Like, they're like, there are games and results that happen that's like, oh fuck, and some days they take a bath. But see, here's the thing, is that even on days they take a bath, people are going to go back there and re-bet the money on other games anyway. At the end, listen, the old adage, the house always wins, means something because of that. The house does always win. You're like, Vegas is always going to get their money, one way or another. Even if they have to pay out big, even if they do all that, they know you're not, even if you win big, you're not going to stop betting money. You're not going to stop betting money. You're coming back. Same for the people who, when you play table games and shit. Or play the fucking, if you're playing craps or blackjack or fucking poker. They know, oh, you win big. That's fantastic. Here's a couple of free drinks. Hey, here's a free room. Here's something like that. Stick around. Hey, you want to try to go? Here's another game you could try. You try this one. This is fine. The house always wins, whether it's sports betting, no matter what the gambling is. Casinos wouldn't be in business if they didn't win always. So even when they lose, they win. But I still can't get over the Devils beat the Rangers 5-1, and I totally blanked that the Devils were playing the Rangers today. That fucking pisses me off that I missed that game. Because my wife, of course, is a Rangers fan, so I would have loved to fucking needle her, but damn. Those are the only 3 games today, huh? Interesting. Yeah, that's why I turn off the fucking notifications. There isn't an app I have on my phone that I have the notifications on for. Not a fucking one. Because you go into it and they come back. Whether it doesn't matter whether it's one of your betting apps or it's Grubhub or fucking Uber Eats or whatever. You go into Uber Eats, look around for a second, and leave. Next thing you know, you're getting 16 notifications. Hey, you got a deal here. Hey, you can spend $20, get $5 off, and fuck off. Like, I got no time for that shit. 13:37 remaining here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Bo Nix back, looks, throws. Incomplete. Cortland son the intended receiver, but it looked like that he was interfered with. So, starting this half, we had 3 flags thrown in that first half. Now we've equaled that in the first drive and a play here in the third quarter. So referees were getting bored. They were getting bored, and they're like, flag time. Time to throweth the flaggeth. So 1st and 10 after the interference penalty. Handoff, big hole. And just short of the first down. Looks like it's going to be 9 yards. They say forward momentum is stopped there for McLaughlin. So it's going to be 2nd and inches coming up here for the Broncos after that run from McLaughlin. That's, I mean, just short of the 10 yards. Broncos lineup. Nix under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. And that's going to be a 2-yard loss. So what was like 2 and less than a yard now becomes 3rd and 3. McLaughlin again with the carry. You're going to say 3rd and 2 here. It's a long 2. Nix throws over the middle. Incomplete. And it's going to be 4th and 2. Do the Broncos go for it? It's very close, but they are in their own territory. I would have to say no, because, yeah, they're like at their 39. Yeah, you're punting there. You're punting there. Hey, congratulations on the Atlanta Hawks. They're getting a 4th straight victory tonight there for your hamster. Yes, I am not a big NBA guy, but still, when your team wins, I'm excited for that, man. So congratulations. Unless it's a team I hate, and I don't hate the Hawks. So, and that punt is going to bounce, and it's going to be finally down at about the 24-yard line, and that's where the Browns will take over. As we see a look at the beautiful Denver skyline. They don't focus in too much because you'll see too many hobos taking a shit in the middle of the street, which is unfortunately the state of Denver, as it appears to be now. from a lot of people who I do know, love, and trust, who have gone to that city on business trips and on pleasure trips as well. Denver, not great right now. Kind of San Francisco and Seattle of the Rockies, if you will. So who knows? Maybe things change around for them. You can always hope for the best for the good people of Denver and for Colorado. As we see advertising there for Hard Knocks in season, which I haven't watched. Honestly, since Hard Knocks off season with the Giants, I really don't give a shit. I mean, that kind of ruined it for me for the whole time. Yeah, see, I collected hockey cards when I was a kid. Like a hamster in the chat says, I didn't collect baseball cards as a kid. I collected NBA cards, but it was in the '90s, and everybody was an NBA fan. And again, I love Charles Barkley when I was growing up as a kid in the '90s, a teen in the '90s. Larry Bird was a big was a big thing for me. Michael Jordan, clearly, Clyde Drexler, Patrick Ewing, John Starks. Hakeem Olajuwon, Dikembe Mutombo, rest in peace. Like there was Vlade Divac. Shaq, clearly. There was a lot of there. I remember the NBA as good, but again, when I was a kid, and it was the hockey cards, NHL cards. That's what I collected. I had a shit ton of them. I had a shit ton of hockey cards. A ton of hockey cards. God, I wish I still knew where they were. There's probably some of them worth a lot of money right now, but fucking lost them somewhere. Who the fuck knows where they are? But yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Time moves on. $11:59 here. Remaining in the third quarter. We've just started the second half. And if you joined us, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. First down and 10 run here for Chubb. Finally getting himself back into the game. He gets about an 8-yard run, 7 or 8 yards. They say 7, so it's 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Browns. Hamster, your dad's roommate stole all your Jordan cards. That's grounds for justifiable homicide. I don't know if you know that. There's not a fucking jury in the world that would convict. I just want to let you know that. 2nd and 3 coming up here. Jamis Winston under center. Man in motion, play action. Has a Bronco right in his face as soon as he tries to throw that ball. Incomplete 3rd and 3. Upcoming here for the Browns. That was Benito again, I believe. Casa Bonito. A little play on that. Casa Bonita, that is so big there in the Denver, Colorado area. So here we go. 3rd and 3. Jamis Winston back. Looks. We've got flags before the play even starts. Whistles. There's hats, cats, and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. And they're going to say delay of game on the Browns. So that's going to make it 5, 6, 7, 8. A little bit harder. A little bit harder now. A little bit harder now to make that fucking first down. Browns have 55 offensive accepted penalties this year. That is leading the NFL according to ESPN. Winston back throws. It's going to be caught, but well short of the first down, and the Browns are going to have to punt. So both teams just punting away here in the second half. This is going to be the Browns' second punt of the first half. We'll see if the Broncos can move the ball at all in their second possession of the second half. And the punt is away. And that's going to hit and die right at the 7 yard line. So, fantastic punt here from the Browns, pinning the Broncos back deep in their own end. Hamster in the chat saying, sad football season almost over. College basically is. The playoffs will be fun, but the all-day Saturdays with 500 games on is now over in September. And yeah, that's the sad thing. Is that was always the fun part that I always liked there. Like when August turned to September, and you got those, you had that first the week 0 Saturday where you have 1 or 2 college games, and it's like a lot of action and stuff like that. Okay, cool. And then you get that first full week of college football, and then you start getting into it where it's just football, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, always football, Sunbelt. Then you have the big boys there on Saturday playing, and you have it's all great stuff. And now, yeah, we're at the point where conference championships are here. All the other things, you have some bowls, you have the playoffs, but yeah, the days of that is done, and it's another season gone, and it's sad. We're here again. 1st and 10. Bo Nix rolling out to his right, throws, just lofts it up, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Broncos. And yes, but this is also, see, here's the thing, is that while it's equally sad because that part is done, like, it's also like, here comes the playoffs. And it's extra special this year because it's new. It's something that we haven't seen before with the 12 teams, home college teams getting playoffs and things like that. And plus then we're getting close to the NFL playoffs. And that starts ratcheting up. And so, like, the games get less, but they mean more, so it's still exciting to see how we get there. It's going to be like when the national championship happens and when the Super Bowl happens, and it's like, yeah, this is it. This is the last time. Like, that's when it starts hitting and gets really sad, and it's like, well, here comes the long sports desert until we reach next September. And that's what it is there. 2nd and 10, but we have a flag. Man, the refs said, man, we got to get noticed. We were really quiet that first half, man. People didn't barely notice we were here. How will people know that we were even here if we don't throw flags? We have a personal foul on the Broncos. Not sure what it was, but it is just a personal foul on Luke Wattenberg, one of the offensive linemen there. Oh, he kind of does a double cross to the back axe handle, kind of fucking interesting. It's a hit, but you have, I don't know. Either way, that makes it 3rd and 11 now. Bo Nix back, looks, throws, caught! Holy shit, and he's gone! Touchdown, Broncos. What? Marvin Mims with a 93-yard touchdown reception from a fucking dime from Bo Nix. Oh, that did give me a boner to steal some of Brandon Perner's puns. But rightfully so. Holy mother of Jeebus. Extra point up and good. 28-17, 11-point lead now for the Broncos. Wow. What a play. .10:01 remaining here in the third quarter, and the Broncos with, I don't think the Browns are going to fold. Jamis Winston's not going to fold here. But just a massive play. What a massive play. I got to check Twitter. I got to see what our boy Brandon's going, because he might be masturbating on a live stream. I don't know. Good for him. I'm happy he's happy. As a Giants fan, I like to see other people at least enjoying their football season. Hamster, I agree with you 1,000%. By the way, Crafty Southpaw, great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. Hamster said, I hate midsummer when all we have is baseball, and it's just no, it's the dead season, and it's sports dead season. And now this year we don't even have the Olympics to fall back on, with 2025 coming up. Like there's nothing there. There's no World Cup. There's no like big soccer tournament or anything. There's no Olympics. There's nothing to kind of distract you from it. There's just fucking baseball. And it's just one of the things I can't do it. Like, again, I love baseball kind of in spring training and like that first 2 weeks of baseball. And I love the playoffs in baseball. Outside of that, baseball needs to cut down their fucking season because that shit's fucking, it's 162 games. Like, still in 2025, go fuck yourself. Like, come on. No, I'm not, no. Like, no. Nobody cares. No. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. It's just the worst. It's just the worst. Baseball's so, it's just, you can't watch it on TV. It's a fucking slog to try to watch on television. It's fucking, it's good to go to the game. I love going to the game. You go to a game, get fucking hammered on a couple beers and eat some fucking dogs. Watch a game on a nice summer day. That's fun. That's fine. That's great. I like that. But fucking trying to sit there and watch on television, eat shit. Fuck off. That season is like the fucking dead season. It really is. So there's the kickoff. And that's going to be a touchback, and the Browns are going to at the 30-yard line. Looking here, how Mims beat this fucking coverage and just the dime from about 4 yards in his own end zone. Nix got that out to about the 45 yards. So I want to say roughly about a 50-yard pass in the air to Mims. And then Mims takes it from about the 46, 47-yard line and takes it the rest of the way as there was nobody close to him. Just an absolutely incredible fucking play there by Nix, by Mims, and the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10, Winston back. They're going to try and answer right back, and they got it wide open, and they do. Go, Judy is at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Cleveland Browns, and just like that, Jesus Christ. Are you not entertained? Are you not fucking entertained? Oh, my God. I'm so glad I decided to fuck it. 70-yard touchdown reception for Jerry Jeudy in his first game back in Denver. And we're haymaker for fucking haymaker right now, baby. What a game. What a game. How do you beat this? Just right back. Just right back with an answer. And the Browns gonna go for 2 to make it a 3-point game here. Interesting. Interesting strategy. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see if it works out for him, Cotton. 4 for 7 on 2-point conversions this year, unlike the Giants, who are 0 for, I think, 10. Snap. Winston throws. That's going to be caught, and that's good. And the 2-point conversion works, and then we have a 3-point game. Jeudy gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. 28-25, the Broncos lead, but only by 3. God damn, if you're watching this game, I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. We had a couple of punts, punt there to start the second half, and then, wow, Jerry Jeudy on facing the Broncos. My feelings, I just want to go back up there and whip their ass. You always want to beat the opposing team that you used to play for. You know, that's just the competitive nature of us athletes. So he let it be known. And right now, he's trying to do everything he can to do this. Hamster said, I was about to go to bed. Oh, this is not the time to go to bed, buddy. This game looks like it's just warming up. Jerry Jeudy doing the lovely pose there for the Broncos fans, giving them the thumbs down and a couple of middle fingers up there, giving them the Hogan, the little bit of the... I love it. I love spite. Spite is fun. What a game. Oh, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports for this, what has turned out to be a highly entertaining fucking Monday night football game between the Broncos and the Browns. 28 for the Broncos, 25 for the Browns. 9:50 remaining in the third quarter. We're just getting warmed up, baby. We are just getting warmed up. Jamis Winston, 3 touchdowns tonight, 1 interception that was returned for a touchdown. Browns getting ready to kick off. And I don't know what else to say. I might need to make another drink. And in that thin air, this one's going out of the back of the end zone as well, so the Broncos will get the ball at the 30-yard line. How will the Broncos respond to that? We've had a 93-yard touchdown, and we've had a 70-yard touchdown. What's going to happen here? This is for Armed Farm, who was in here earlier, who said this is worse than watching shit harden. I'm not sure if he was talking about the game or talking about me. One way or the other. Was still fun. First down for McLaughlin. That's going to be a gain of about 15 yards out before he gets out of bounds, but we have a flag. So that was holding there on the Broncos. First and 20 actually now. Nix back, looks, throws, almost intercepted, and we have another flag. And now we're over 10. Man, just when we were looking good with the flags, we went into the second half with only 3 flags thrown. That means we've had 7 so far in just over 5.5 minutes. 5 minutes and 33 seconds. So we have illegal formation on the Broncos, and we have pass interference on the Browns. Offsetting penalties, replay the down. So it actually means now that's 11 flags. Man, I wish the refs would just fucking leave this one alone. So now 1st and 20 again. As it was offsetting penalties. Throw down the field. Incomplete. Franklin was the intended receiver. 2nd and 20 coming up here for the Broncos as they look like they tried to get another big play down there. So 2nd and 20. And that's going to be Williams. He's going to get 3 yards. So 3rd down and very fucking long here. 3rd and 17 coming up here for the Broncos. Trips over to the left for Nix. Back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught underneath by the tight end, and he's going to get up to the 30-yard line. Picks up about 7, so it's going to be 4th and 10, but clearly a punting situation. And now the Browns are going to get the ball back. Let's see if they have a chance to take the lead. Snap, punt is away, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. Boy, dangerous play there from the Browns. They needed to get away from that. Instead, Darden goes ahead, kind of touches it. He does grab it and gets out of bounds, so it is still Browns' ball. (28-25), 8:13 remaining in the 3rd quarter. See what? Ooh, KFC. That looks good. Yeah, I get distracted by advertising. I don't give a fuck. Pardon me. Man, I've had this thing in my throat all day. Not a penis. Checking Twitter X here, just looking to see what people are thinking. A lot of people just stroking themselves over the Judy touchdown, and they just how good. I mean, it's a great game. It's a great, fun, entertaining game. It was the guy several spots up there. It was Armed Farm was his name, and he said what I originally, I see. This is the thing. I guess I kind of always assume I suck, so I don't read the messages that way. But he said this is. Let me see. Let me pull up. Did it? I hope I didn't take it out. I don't want to take it out. It said this is worse than watching shit harden. And at first I thought he meant the football game, but I think he meant this. I think he meant me and the channel here. That this was worse than watching shit harden, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. I get it. Listen, I'm a little tipsy. There's been times where I've been a little bit quiet on the show. I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm fine with that. I have no problem. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with the back and forth. But yeah, so let me see. Maybe can I take him out of here? Let me see. He seems fine. This should be okay right now. Come on. Let me see. Maybe I'll jump back in. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Browns at the 29-yard line. Winston back, throws out of the backfield to Chubb. Chubb's going to get it up to the 40, up to the 45, down to the 48-yard line. Nick Chubb, 1st down, Browns. Browns continuing to move the ball here. Again, they've looked very good today outside of like 1 or 2 mistakes. On offense, the pick 6 obviously hurt them, and on that defense, the blown coverage against Mibbs. But I'll say that offensively, the Browns have been very impressive in this game. And they look a hell of a lot better than they ever did with Deshaun Watson. Winston back, looks, throws out of the backfield at the feet of his tight end. That's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Browns. Yeah, I know, Hamster. That's what I mean. And my my former program director said as much. And when it comes to doing things like this or anything you want to do, he had some great advice, and it's advice that I've seen from other people and everything like that. It's like, if you're gonna make something, make it, put it out there, and then don't worry about it. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But don't stress over it. Just put it the fuck out there. Create it, make it, put it out there, do what you got to do. 2nd and 10. That's going to be a handoff here to Ford. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but no further. 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Browns. So I think as far as that goes, I'm like the hate comments or someone like, oh, you suck. I'd rather watch shit Harden. All right, well, first of all, if that's something that crosses your mind or something that you've ever done, then, I happen to think that this might be better than watching shit Harden. I've never watched shit Harden, so I'm not 1,000% sure that this is indeed less entertaining than that. It could be. I don't know. I'd have to watch shit Harden. And Njoku catches the ball, but again, just at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 10. Browns are going to have to punt. So just when I say they looked impressive offensively, they kind of stall. So they're going to have to punt the ball here. Browns fans got to be sick for a couple of reasons. One, that fucking contract that fucking Deshaun Watson has, that he started and it was kind of forced to start because of the contract, and it's just everything surrounding him. The fact that you had a root for a team that had him as your starting quarterback, even though he sucked absolute asshole, literally and figuratively. What a great punt there from the Browns. Yet again, pinning the Broncos back at looks like their 3-yard line. And that's where the Broncos will go ahead and take over. Last time they had it down that far, though, they got themselves a 93-yard touchdown pass. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, Hamster, like I said, there's a lot to worry about when it comes to the Browns. Oh, I never put the fucking timeouts back. Son of a bitch. I knew I was going to miss something. Oh, I punched the mic again. I did so well for a couple of weeks not punching a mic, and now twice today I've punched a mic. First and 10 from the 4. Nix almost gets sacked in the end zone. He then throws it right into the ground. The officials are saying that there was a receiver in the area, so no intentional grounding, which would have been a safety. But missed opportunity there by the Browns. Second and 10 from the 4. Nixon shotgun in his own end zone. Takes the snap back. Rolls out to his right. Throws over the middle. Caught! Sutton gets it down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Hell of a play. Bo Nix, 75 yards. I'm sorry, that's Cortland Sutton's got 75 yards reception from Bo Nix. Hand off. This one is Estimate. We've seen him not a lot in this game so far. I think that's only his second carry. Sutton's nameplate coming off of his jersey. Gotta do a better job sewing that or heat pressing it or whatever the fuck you do. Pitch out here to McLaughlin. He's going to reverse his field, gets a first down and more, gets to the 40, gets down to the 38-yard line. First down. Broncos, as they are now deep into Browns territory. Originally went to his left. Ran into a wall of Browns. Was able to reverse it. Again, we have another face mask here, but that the refs missed. The refs have missed or just are not calling so many fucking face mask penalties in the NFL this year. I don't know why. I don't know what the reason is. They are fucking up face mask penalties. They're reversing face mask penalties, saying that one team committed it when it actually was committed against it. Like, I don't know why it's all of a sudden become so hard for NFL officials to fucking deal with fucking face masks. But they can't get it right, and I don't know what the fucking problem is. Incomplete pass there on first down. 2nd and 10. 3:49 remaining here in the third quarter. From the 38 of the Browns. Handoff. That's going to be McLaughlin again. Gets it down to the 20-yard line. First down, Broncos. This is the McLaughlin drive. Dun, 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 dun. Anybody remembers the McLaughlin group back in the day, you're old and you should probably go ahead and get yourself a colonoscopy. Hamster in the chat says, I always hated the Broncos because of the final game I ever watched was the Super Bowl with the Packers and the Broncos, and I was pulling for the Packers because I liked Brett Favre. Yeah, I was never a fan of John Elway, and again, as I grew up a Giants fan as a kid, like one of the first memories I have is Super Bowl 21, where the Giants beat the Broncos, so it was just kind of like, I don't like, it's that kid mentality of, they're playing my Giants, I don't like them. Hate the Broncos. Broncos suck. Like, that's just how it was. And so I grew up for a long time, like, I hated the Broncos, hated the 49ers a lot, especially being a kid of the 80s. Like, I was like, I hated the 49ers. Hate Joe Montana sucks. I hate him. Tribalism, baby. That's how it works. 2nd and 3. After McLaughlin there, Jaleel McLaughlin, 70 yards on 10 rushes. He got himself about 7 yards on that carry. Here's another pitch out here. McLaughlin again, and that's only going to be a gain of a yard. So 3rd and 2 coming up here. So I get that, Hamster. I get that. I think that's the reason why I hate the Ravens still to this day is because of Super Bowl 35. And they beat my Giants, and I think they cheated, to be honest with you. I've hated them ever since. So it's one of those things, Finally, McLaughlin getting a bit of a blow on the sidelines there. 3rd and 2. Broncos took a timeout here. Is that an injury timeout or just have to take a rest? Either way. It's a timeout, and it's gone. They're down to 2 timeouts for the rest of the game. Broncos currently sitting in the last playoff spot. They'd be facing the Texans right now if the playoffs started. But the Texans, they got to start worrying. Bills, AFC East champions for the 5th year in a row, 10-2. They'd be playing the Chargers if the playoffs started. Steelers 9-3. They'd be playing the Ravens, which is kind of hilarious that the NFC North or AFC North, would have a matchup like that there. And hey, we're Pittsburgh. Yeah, we won a division. Oh shit, we gotta play another division game. High pass floater, incomplete. 3rd and 2. Going for the end zone was Bo Nix. Incomplete. 4th and 2. Do you do that? Like, why do you do that play unless you're planning on going for it on 4th down? I think that's what they're doing. I think they tried to go for a big shot on 3rd and 2, and 4th and 2, they're just going to go for a first down here. And indeed, they are lined up. 4th and 2. They need to get to the 11-yard line for a first down. Bo Nix Calling out protections. Play clock under 7, under 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They are not going to call a play. They were trying to get an offsides. Browns ain't going to do that. And they'll take the 5-yard penalty. And they'll kick the field goal. Make it a 6-point game. I'll say this. Hamster in the chat says, I was watching that particular Super Bowl at my grandparents' house, and my granddad turned it off because he said, I ain't watching a murderer with the Super Bowl, all Super Bowl 35, yeah. Talking about Ray Lewis, so I missed most of that game. Kick is up, and it is good for the Broncos. And that is now a 31-25 game. 6 points separate the Browns and the Broncos. Browns only a touchdown away from tying, possibly taking the lead with an extra point. 1:52 remaining in the third quarter. Got a whole quarter to go here still. Lots can happen. As we've seen in this game, lots can happen very quickly. Next Monday night is a game that I will be skipping because I'm not going to fucking broadcast that. The Bengals and the Cowboys. Definitely not watching that. I mean, I'll be watching it at home. I'm just not broadcasting it. Yes, that's right. Survivor did. I remember that. I do remember that. I remember the year before, what was that, Super Bowl 34. That was the Titans and Rams one. That was when Family Guy debuted. Family Guy debuted right after that Super Bowl. I remember that. I remember that distinctly. Kind of funny when you think of things like that, because now that was Super Bowl 34, so I think that was like 25 years ago. Yeah, and that's it. Family Guy just celebrated their 25th year. So, and that kickoff's gonna go out. Didn't go out of the back of the end zone. Down in the back of the end zone. So there we go. Either way, still the same thing. Ball at the 35. I'm sorry, at the 30, not 35. And that's where the Browns will take over. Survivor Season 1 was good, too. What's her name? There was that, the one, what the fuck, Colleen. She was by far the best looking woman on that first season, that first show of Survivor. First down and 10. That's going to be a handoff and no gain for the Browns. Second and 10 coming up. 1:40 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, my name is King. Hanging out with you here. My co-host, Jimbo, not here. He doesn't do the primetime games. Again, he has a job and a life, so he can't be here late night to do these shows with me. However, you watching certainly is support enough, and we thank you so much for that. If you want to help support more, you hit that like and subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously. Second and 9, and Njoku catches it. That's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down, so it's going to be about 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Browns. They're going to call it 3rd and 1. I can never tell with these refs. Sometimes I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say, oh, yeah, they'll do it a little bit shorter, and then they don't. And then I'll call it where I think it is, and they'll call it fucking 2 yards back. So, I don't know what I'm doing. As I'm sure Armed Farmer would agree with. 3rd and 1. Winston under center. Tosses back. That's going to be Ford, and he's going to be short. He's going to be short. He did not make it 4th down. And that might be the last play of the third quarter. And then it's going to be, you're deep in your own end. I don't think you can do it. You're down 6. You miss this, you don't get it. Like, that's... 4th and 1. 5, 4, 3. Oh, shit, they did go for it. And I think Jamis got over. I think he got pulled over by a fucking Bronco. I think a Bronco pulled him over the fucking first down marker. Oh, no. It's a first down. But, ladies and gentlemen, that Bronco guy, you have to push away. You don't pull him towards. Oh, it's been an entertaining Monday Night Football game. Get the fours up. We are here in the fourth quarter. We're getting ready. Final 15 minutes of this game. I am fucking feeling good with this vodka and this cranberry soda. I certainly hope that you're relaxed and having a good time at home as well. Watching along with us here on this beautiful December 2nd evening. Let me see. Now I'm gonna look her up, see if I can find her. Oh, keep on punching this man. Oh, that was her name, Colleen Haskell. Yeah, from Survivor Season 1, 1,000%. Dude, arena football used to be the fucking shit. I loved arena. The Arizona Rattlers, the Tampa Bay Storm, what was it? The Nashville. I think it was Nashville Predators. Was it the Nashville Predators? No. Who were the Predators? Orlando. It was the Orlando Predators. It was the Nashville Cats. You had the New Jersey Red Dogs for a while. That was the local team here. Obviously, the Iowa Barnstormers. They were around for fucking ever. Dude, yeah, arena was big for a while there in the 2000s, mid-2000s. That shit was fucking fantastic. I miss the old school arena days, the real arena football days. Now there's like 20 million indoor football leagues, and they all suck. So first down from the 40 for the Browns after they did make that. And they're going to get about a half a yard. Not sure what Sean Payton's bitching about, but he always loves bitching. Second and 9 coming up here. Really, it's a very long 9. There's only about a half a yard gain on that first down. Winston back. Getting chased. Is going to get pulled down. Sacked back at about the 23-yard line. Had his helmet knocked off. No call, no penalty. Oh, he kind of got a forearm shiver there. Oh, a little helmet to helmet there. Not really about quarterback safety, are we, guys, huh? 3rd and 23 coming up here now for the Browns. Of all the things you could throw a flag on, they don't throw it. Like, again, the officials have been so fucking weird this year. Missed face masks, mixed, like, that's... If that happened to Patrick Mahomes or fucking Josh Allen, that's getting called every day of the week. Njoku fucking running people over, gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line. 4th and 10, though. and the Browns are going to have to punt. That's a bit. That honestly should have been a flag. That's a. I mean, if they go extra above and beyond to protect the quarterback, and then you let that shit happen, like that's whatever. But punt is away. And that's going to, unfortunately, this time for the Browns, bounce out of the end zone. Broncos are going to get it at the 20-yard line. As we see some of the Bronco girls, very lovely. Although with the midriffs out, that's got to be fucking freezing for those poor ladies. So enjoy the hard nipples because, my God. Yeah, dude, I used to love arena football. I really did, especially the early days before it kind of got expanded, and then they tried to really make it a national thing, or like a really huge thing. When you started to get like the Philly Soul, and they got the new logo, and they got the new trophy, and they were doing all this stuff. Like it was, they tried to take a step up, and they fell flat on their face, unfortunately. But man, for the time, I fucking loved arena football. It was a product of its time. Kind of like, I don't know if you remember Roller Hockey International, RHI. Loved it as a kid. That's a real mid-'90s, late '90s kind of thing. We had the New Jersey Rock and Rollers. You had the fucking St. Louis Vipers, Tampa Bay Tritons. A lot of cool. You lost Long Island Jaws, Anaheim Bullfrogs. What was it? The Oakland Skates. It was like, yeah, there was a couple of cool. It was cool. It was I enjoyed that as well. Again, '90s was peak human civilization, and I believe that to this day. Their life was never better than that. Yeah, technology's cooler now. We've gone above and beyond with cool technology and phones and computers and all the shit that we're able to do and da-da-da-da-da. That's all great. But that time, like 1992, 93 to like 99, 2000, like that time period was fucking peak human existence. And I dare anybody to say otherwise. I mean, shit, even the political world wasn't as bad as it is now. You know, not that we get into politics on the channel, because we do not. But just, man, the 90s and that very early 2000s, like everything pre 9/11 was just the best. So here we go. A lot of fans standing up there in Denver. Doing something, some guy sexually assaulting a woman in the stands. Good to see that caught on camera there. ESPN. That's very important. We're trying to get away from the stink of Deshaun Watson. You know, some guy forcing his lips on some young, unsuspecting woman. Could it be his girlfriend? Could it be his wife? Could it be a stranger? We don't know. She didn't look like she didn't want it though. Bo Nix, big pass here on first 10, and that's intercepted. That's a Browns interception down at their own 30-yard line. And in one play, the Broncos give it back to the Browns. Myles Garrett grabbing his hamstring, walking off the field gingerly. That's not a good sign if you're a Browns fan. Well, the thing, it depends on what you're staring at, hamster. You know, like me, I'm usually staring at Taylor Swift Era Tour photos. So, you know, there are worse uses for technology. Hell of an interception there for the Cleveland Browns. Bo Nix and the Broncos trying to go for a big chunk there. It's been working somewhat for them during the game, but that time, not so much. Now, from the 28-yard line, their own 28-yard line, Jamis Winston under center takes the snap, Back, looks, throws. He's going to throw over the middle to the 40-yard line and wide open field there down to the Broncos 40, down to the Broncos 37-yard line. Forward momentum stopped. Jerry Jeudy, another huge play there for the Browns against his former team. 1st and 10 for the Browns in Broncos territory. This game is kind of like me right now. Fucking drunk. Oh, pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Jerry Jeudy tonight has 7 receptions for 202 yards and a touchdown. The rest of the Browns have 20 receptions for only 208 yards. So only have 6 more yards than Jeudy does, and they have 13 more receptions and 2 touchdowns. So only 1 more touchdown and only 6 more yards with 13 more receptions. Jeudy is having himself a fucking night. Handoff here on 2nd and 10. A gain of roughly 2 yards here for the Browns. Chubb with the carry. 3rd and 8 coming up. Civilization was my game. I love Civilization and SimCity. And then it was like SimCity 1 or something. Like it was like SimCity 1 or 2 or something, like one of the very early ones. And Civilization, one of the early Civilization ones, I want to say like 2 or 3. Like that was what I would fucking sit there and play. Loved that shit back in the 90s. Winston throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Browns. Woods with the reception. That's going to be down about the 22-yard line. Not 21-yard line of the Denver Broncos. And the Browns now are moving the ball. 1st and 10. 10:39 remaining here in the 4th quarter. If you're syncing along with us, and if you are, thank you so very much. My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. Winston back, looks, arm is hit as he throws, falls, incomplete. That was dangerous. Bonito getting the pressure in on Winston yet again. 2nd and 10. Well, there was a lot of people getting pressure on Winston that time, not just Bonito. He was among them. Let's not get it twisted. He was the one who hit his arm, though. So here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 21. Winston in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Browns here. Trying not to stall this drive. The Broncos trying to hold the Browns to a field goal attempt. Jeudy was the intended receiver there. Patrick Surtain, good defensive play. I think he got right there as the ball reached there. I don't think he was early. Some people might argue that. I wouldn't do that. Me personally. Hampshire saying First Age of Empires. That was not bad. You know. Just say, man, it was just a better time. Just a better time. 3rd and 10. And Stefanski's going to call a timeout here. Yes, play clock was running down. Did they get the timeout or did they throw the flag? Nope. Flag is down. They're saying delay a game. So that makes 3rd and... Oh, pardon me. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15. I'm sorry for the yawning, but it's been a day. Winston upset that they could not get that off. It's supposed to be 13, not 3. There we go. Fix that. Winston back, looking on Thursday. Caught! And it's going to be a first down to the 10-yard line. Jerry Jeudy with the reception. First and goal for the Browns. Just when you think they put themselves in a bad situation, Jerry Jeudy, though, comes out, bails them out. Good throw from Winston. And then Jeudy takes it the rest of the way for the first down. Down at the 10-yard line, they're marking it as a first and goal from the 10. That was tipped by a Brown. Winston, he's going to pull it down and run it himself. He gets down to the 5-yard line before getting tripped up. Allen with the tackle there for the Broncos. Second and goal from the 5 for the Browns. Looking to tie the game with a touchdown, they would take the lead with the extra point. Browns changing formation. Winston goes from under center to shotgun. Empty set. Throws, caught, touchdown! Chubb! And the Browns, like that now, have tied the game. And with the extra point, they will take the lead. What a game. Seriously, what a fucking game. I was debating whether or not I really did want to do this game tonight. And I'm so glad I did. What an absolute fun fucking game this has been. Extra point attempt. Snap, hold, kick is good. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Cleveland Browns lead the Denver Broncos with 8:57 remaining here in the game. Browns 32. Broncos 31. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. I am slightly intoxicated, as I certainly hope you are here on this Monday night. I certainly hope you're having a great time, great holiday season. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving weekend, great Thanksgiving holiday with your families, with your friends, whoever or however you spent it. It has been a wonderful time for me. I have stayed pretty well pickled the entire holiday so far, and I kind of think I'm going to stay that way until well after New Year's. You know, it is a holiday season, so why the fuck not? Thank you so much for joining us here again on Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to help us out here, support the show, first of all, you're doing it right now just by watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports with your eyeballs. That is helping us and that is supporting us. Thank you so very, very much. If you do want to help us out further, support the show a little bit more, there are two ways you can do so, absolutely free. One, hit that like button. Helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, the great Lovecraftian overlords, the gods there that do need to be appeased, otherwise they will come and eat all of our souls. That would be step one. Step two, if you also want to continue, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously. Thank you so very much if you do want to support us that way. Again, chat room is open if you want to come in and say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Tell me I suck. We had somebody come in here today and tell me that they thought it was better to watch shit Harden than to watch me, which is a pretty fair assessment. I think you got to take criticism. You know, you have to understand when you're doing right and when you're doing wrong. And me, probably being intoxicated on this program, not the best. But you know what? It's fine. Like I said, come in, say hi, say hello. You can come in and join the chat. We don't ban people here. It's not anything we do. Unless you're a bot or unless you say something really fucking outrageous, we don't ban. That's not what we do here at Stay Tuned Sports. So come into the chat, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Or just tell me I suck. That's fine. Like I said, tell me you'd rather watch shit Harden. But you know what? That means that you're here, you were watching, and that you helped add your numbers. And that, again, is support. And so we thank your support. Even when you say I suck, or say like you'd rather watch shit Harden than watch this show, by being here and saying that, you're supporting us. And so we do appreciate that. And we love and thank you for your support. Thank you so very much. If you want to support us even further, though, you want to take it a step further, you can go ahead and donate to us. We do have our link for our donation station in the top of the chat and in the description below this video. Those are 2 areas right there you can help us out with. Same for our merch store. Merch store in the top of the chat. The link is also in the description below, both of those places. Thank you so very much for all of your support, one way or the other, from myself and from my co-host Jimbo, who is not here tonight, but you'll see him again tomorrow when we do the countdown. Thank you so very much. Kick is away. That's going to be another touchback. Again, they're in the Mile High air, so I think that's going to be touchbacks, all the way around. Anyway, Broncos have the ball now, and they're going to try to answer. They have to here, with what is that? 8:40 something remaining here in the fourth quarter. Browns 32, Broncos 31. Broncos trying to maintain their playoff lead they have there in the seventh spot. 8:57 actually, so I was a little off on the time. I tried my best. Bo Nix is going to be a handoff here to McLaughlin. McLaughlin's going to get 3 yards, and forward progress is stopped. So 2nd and 7 upcoming here for the Broncos. As we see Winston and Judy on the sidelines talking over their connection in this game, which has been fantastic so far when you're looking at the Browns. Myles Garrett back out on the field after we saw him kind of grabbing his hamstring, limping off after the last interception. Browns have 503 yards of offense in this game so far. Bo Nix throws, deep pass. That's going to be caught by Cortland Sutton. He's going to get it down to the Browns' 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Denver Broncos as they're starting to move the ball here as they're trying to get back into the lead against these pesky Cleveland Browns. Hamster in the chat says, come on, Browns. He's got a clear rooting interest there. Hamster, of course, as we all know, is a Falcons fan. His Falcons, something's wrong with those Dirty Birds, man. You've got to fix them. But for right now, tonight, on this Monday Night Football, he's a Browns fan. Who are you rooting for? You're rooting for the Browns. You're rooting for Bo Nix and the Broncos. What is your rooting interest? Come in the chat. Tell us. Let us know what you're feeling, what you're doing here. The officials kind of call a timeout here. Not sure why. Injured Brown. They're taking an injured Brown off the field. Delpit is the injured Brown they want to take off. They're saying that somebody called from upstairs and saying they want to check him for concussions, I suppose, or head. So they're going to take him off and have him checked for concussion protocol. He looks okay. He looks fine. Doesn't seem to be any kind of concussion protocol, but that's what they said. So they have him off the field, and he's got to go do that now. So 1st and 10 from the Browns' 48-yard line. Again. Bo Nix gets under center. They start the play clock at 10, 9, 8. He snaps the ball. It's going to be another handoff here. And it's going to be a gain of about 2 yards. That was again McLaughlin on the carry. Okay, I see. It was a pretty nasty hit that Delpit took there to the old noggin. But he seemed to be okay. But again, they'll get him checked out, so we'll see. 2nd and... Why are they calling second? No. I thought that was okay, never mind. Either way, 1st down on the pass here. Bo Nix to his tight end, Kroll. We've called his name a couple times in this game so far. And that's going to get down to about the Browns' 34-yard line. So the Broncos, 1st and 10, move the chains. Does a lovely little kiss and point gesture to say 1st down. I don't know what that means, but good for him. As long as it's not a gun. Hand off to McLaughlin again. That's going to be a gain of about 8.5, maybe 9 yards. Second down and 1 coming up here for the Broncos. McLaughlin's been putting in some work. 14 rushes, 84 yards, averaging about 6 yards per touch when it comes to the Broncos here. He has been their workhorse this evening. Workhorse. He's been a workhorse. Throw incomplete on 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1 coming up now. Bo Nix. Try to do a short little pass there to get a quick first down, but incomplete. So now 3rd and 1. Can the Broncos keep the... Man, for somebody who's supposed to speak for a living, I suck at it. The Broncos are in field goal range. Do they go for a touchdown here or do they go for a field goal? Because a field goal gives them a 2-point lead, but we'll see. Doesn't matter, though, because it's caught at the 19-yard line. First down. Courtland Sutton again with the catch. Again, long day. I was up very early today. And plus I got a couple drinks. So what are you going to do? Courtland Sutton, 6 receptions, 102 yards. Marvin Mims, he's got the 2 for 100. Obviously, the big 93-yard one. The large chunk of that one. Bit of a delayed handoff here, but the Browns are not fooled. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. They're going to see only 2 yards. 2nd and 12. Coming up here. I think that was Estime with the carry. Ward going back to the locker room for the Browns. 2nd and 12. Bo Nix going to pull it down, running himself down to the 15, slides at the 14. 3rd down coming up here for the Broncos. 4:08, 4:07, 4:06 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And ticking if you're syncing along with us. And if you are, thank you so very much. My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. We certainly appreciate you watching along with us here on this fantastic Monday night football game between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns, which has been just an amazing, fun watch. Broncos have made 6 of 12 third downs in this game so far. Blitz coming from the Browns. That was all out. And the Broncos are going to be 1 yard short. Mims Jr., he got the ball, the reception out of the backfield. Gets it down 1 yard short. 4th and 1. Broncos appear to be going for it. Browns went all out on that blitz. Kind of missed it. They were able to go ahead and get Mims down short of the first down marker. So here we go. 4th down and 1. Bo Nix in shotgun. This is from the 9-yard line. They have to get to the 8 to make it. And it looks like the Broncos called a timeout. And they did. And they're down to their last timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining. Again, we see the AFC West standings. Chiefs at 11-1, the Chargers 8-4, Broncos 7-5, trying to keep pace here with the Chargers, and also kind of keep pace when it comes to that wild card spot. As you see, the Browns, they are well out of it at 3-8, but still, I mean, playing a lot better. That who knows what that record could have been if they would have put Jamis Winston in earlier instead of Deshaun Watson. But Jimmy Haslam is a piece of shit. And it looks like the Broncos have thought the better judgment of valor here and are going to go ahead for the field goal for the go-ahead. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And it is now 34-32. The Broncos now have a 2-point lead on the Browns. 2:54 remaining. Browns just have to get in the field goal range. They just have to get in the field goal range. And they can go ahead and take the lead. Broncos are down to one timeout. The Browns can, in theory, run this clock down, eat the clock, and get in the field goal range in time enough, kick the field goal, no time remaining, win the game by a point, 35-34. Could that happen? Or will we have another huge big play, pass down the middle, pass down the seam, and the Browns go ahead and they score quickly. They score a big play, but then you leave the Broncos time. I don't know. I agree. When we all saw that Deshaun Watson, as much as you want to sit there, man, if Deshaun Watson turns back into Houston Texan Deshaun Watson, even with all his problems, even with all the other stuff, and blah, 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 the Browns can be good. The Browns can do something, but he has to get back to his old form. And boy, it was fairly evident early on he was not going to be that guy. And they just stuck with him because they have a $230 million guaranteed contract with him. And they were like, well, we're not gonna bench that guy. That's admitting that we did something wrong. That's admitting that all that money is fucking wasted, and we're not gonna do that. And it's a dumb way to look at it, but Jimmy Haslam's a fucking idiot. So I don't think that's a question either. He's a bad NFL owner. We talk about bad NFL owners. He's one of them. So it eventually took the football gods to remove Deshaun Watson from the fucking playing field finally, and to get Jamis Winston in there. And now we're seeing what Jamis can do with this offense, with this team. And it's something interesting. And unfortunately, Jamis here on 1st and 10 is going to get sacked. He is sacked back at about the 22-yard line, 2nd down, coming up here for the Browns. 2:35 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Crafty Southpaw, by the way, saying that Watson should have been benched by week 4. No later than week 4, and they should have put Winston in then at the very latest. And it's hard to argue that. 2nd and 18 from the 22-yard line. Winston in shotgun, steps up. He's going to pull it down, run it himself. He gets down to the 27-yard line is where they're going to mark him. 3rd down and extremely fucking long for the Browns. This is all 4-down territory here. Or maybe not. The Browns have 3 timeouts. They could punt it away. They have the 2-minute warning as well. Although that's coming up here soon because it's 2:04. So they have 3 timeouts. But you may not get the ball back. That's gonna be how do you want to play that? That's something. But also if you go for 4 downs here and miss it, that's game 2. So it's a risk reward situation here. Let's see what the Browns do. Winston back, looks, throws deep, caught. Did he get his feet in? They're saying his feet are in. That's going to be a catch for more. 1st down, Browns. What a play. 1:59 remaining on the clock. That's a 2-minute warning. I think they're going to have to take it. Well, again, it's before the 2-minute warning, so it can't come from above. He's got both feet in. I think that's a catch. $1:59. 2-minute warning here. Browns still alive as of now. Hamster says, oh, crab leg Winston. Hey, listen. Can we be honest with each other? Crab legs are fucking expensive. I kind of don't blame him. I gets a pass from me. Gets a pass. Who hasn't stuffed a crab leg or 2 down your pants in your lifetime? You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't? Oh, man, what a game it's been, though. This has been one of the more wildly entertaining Monday Night Football games I've seen. Cleveland Browns 32, Denver Broncos 34. That's a 2-minute warning. 159, actually. We'll see how this one ends. The Browns just have to get in the field goal range. That's it. They only have to get in the field goal range. And then it'll be on their kicker. He's missed one today so far, though. That is something to keep in mind. And I'm thinking that's probably something that's on Stefanski's mind as well. How long are you willing to go with your field goal kicker? When do you feel comfortable that he can make it? Or would you rather take it out of his hands or foot completely and try to get a touchdown here? We're going to see. We're going to see coming back once they get back here from the 2-minute warning. And see what happens again. My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so much for joining us here. Next Monday night, by the way, will be the Bengals and Cowboys, and we will not be covering that piece of shit game. As much as I do like the Bengals, and I think that they should probably take care of the Cowboys fairly easily. Both teams are well out of the playoffs. Both teams really don't matter. It's kind of like how I'm not gonna cover Giants games as much as I love the Giants, and I'm a Giants channel. Again, we're a Giants Eagles channel because Jimbo's an Eagles fan. I'm a Giants fan, but like you couldn't pay me to watch a fucking Giants game at this point, and I'm not getting paid yet. If I was getting monetized, maybe I would. And if we were there yet, by the way, if you're watching, hit that subscribe button, gets us closer to monetization, and then I'll be forced to watch the Giants game. But you get to watch real misery. Yeah, but we kind of figured that anyway, Hamster. That has nothing to do with the Vegas lines. That's just the Browns are pretty decent. Oh, Mo's picked off. Is it picked off? They say it is. Is that going to be his second pick six of the game? I thought he... Oh, no. Are they going to review... It got tipped and then caught in the air. Oh, no. Oh, that wasn't tipped or anything. He just caught that. And then nobody touched him. And he ran it back. And that makes it an 8-point game now. Extra point makes it a 2-possession game and all but ends this game. Oh, what a way. What a way to end this game. That's unfortunate for how well Jamis has played in this game. 2 pick sixes in this game, and it's that's heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking for him. But if you're a Broncos fan, wow, what a game! You put up 41. You got 2 pick sixes. Bo Nix had a 93-yard pass to Mims. You're looking at it like, again, with everything, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, all that. But what a way to seal the game. ELS, I think you're pretty good. I think you're pretty good. You're actually going to go ahead and advance in your playoffs. Because Williams, the running back for the Broncos, did not get the amount of points that he needed. I was hoping for the exciting finish too. And listen, if you're a Broncos fan, that's pretty exciting. That's pretty good. If you're a Browns fan, you're kind of down in the dumps. But for us, the people who are just watching, wow, what a game this has been. This has been an absolute slobber knocker. Fun as hell game to watch. And again, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports as we watch it. As now it's just a case of we just kind of have to end this out here. Browns, this kick actually goes out to gets into the landing zone, gets returned out to about the 25-yard line there for the Browns. So they're going to start at the 25-yard line. 128.2 to 121.5. ELS's fantasy team, it appears, is going to win today in his fantasy week 1 of the playoffs in his league. So congratulations, ELS, as you go ahead and you advance and you move on. That's it, baby. Survive and advance, however you do it, by hook or by crook. And, a slim margin, but better than losing. Winston throws on first down and 10. It's going to get back to the line of scrimmage to Njoku, 2nd and 10. Coming up here for the Browns. 1:30 remaining. 1:29, 1:28. Clock is ticking. Browns have all 3 timeouts. Winston takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws. Deep ball. Almost intercepted again. 2nd and 10 is going to turn into 3rd and 10. 1:15 remaining. Yeah, if they were down by 8, it would have made a whole lot of difference. I think they'd be trying harder. I think you'd have some timeouts here, especially after like the Njoku catch there. Like you would have had something right, but now it's 2 possessions, even with 3 timeouts. Like unless you get an absolute bomb to like Jerry Jeudy or something. And then you have to get an onside kick, and then you'd have there's 10 million different things that gotta happen, and it turns it, it's just that little bit, just that 1 point made so much difference. Dropped, incomplete. It looks like Njoku just put it on the ground anyway. I don't know if that was purposely or not, but 4th and 10 coming up for the Browns here. 1:08 remaining. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, it almost feels like the Browns are conceding defeat here at this point. Like they're doing everything but kneeling on the ball. Jamis Winston, 32 of 54, 460 yards. That's listed as a Browns record. 4 touchdowns. And, of course, the 2 picks, but 2 pick sixes. And that's come back to really hurt the Browns here. Bro, that's going to be caught by Jeudy. 1st down for the Browns. They're not dead yet. They take their first time out with 1:04 remaining. Crafty in the chat says, more than any recent year, there's a lot of distance between the playoff ranked teams and the teams in the hunt. Dude, there's a lot of bad teams this year. I think me and Jimbo have brought this up a number of times when we talked about it on the countdown, when we've talked about it on a lot of things. There's just a lot of bad teams. Yeah, and there were some good games this week. There were some great games in this week 13. But this game right here, man, this was absolutely 100%. Saved the best to last. This was the most fun and entertaining game of week 13. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. 59 seconds remaining. Moore was the intended receiver. It looks like he might have been slightly injured, but he's up and running back to the huddle. Could not control the ball in the process of the catch. Maybe better, since he was going to be in bounds anyway. It would have forced another timeout. Second and 10 from the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line. Winston back. Looks, steps up, throws. Short, that's going to be Ford who takes it. He's going to run it to the 40, out of bounds, 1st down. Browns at the Broncos' 39-yard line with 50 seconds remaining. Winston's updated stats, 34 for 57, 497. He's inching closer to 500 yards passing in this game. Yeah, there's a couple of teams you could put as intermediaries. Like right now, I would put the Vikings at an intermediary team, but they're 10-2. Winston, big ball all the way down the field, incomplete, but there's a flag. That's going to be down at the 1-yard line. 44 seconds remaining. Pass interference. That's going to be on the Broncos. And that's going to be balls placed at the 1 yard line. It's spot of the foul. It's like 1 or 2. And yeah, he's just grabbing his hand, grabbing his arm. He can't be doing that. So 44 seconds from the 2 yard line is where they mark the penalty having happened. First and goal for the Browns. Winston takes the snap. Looks, throws an interception in the end zone. And that's going to be another pick six. Nope. Chubb and Judy were able to track him down, but that ends the game. Oh, Winston. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know who he was throwing at to. I don't know why he was throwing at. Heart breaks for the kid. It really, it does break for him, and that's it. That's the other thing too. I'm happy for the. I am happy for the Broncos. I like Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is a great fucking quarterback. Great, maybe the best rookie out of this class. He's playing well. He's been playing better each and every week, and he looks great. Proud for the Broncos. Happy for the Broncos. Happy for Brandon Perna over there on That's Good Sports. Great job. I think he was broadcasting this game. Probably most people were watching him too, which is perfectly fine. I understand. I'm a nobody here on the YouTube sphere. But what a great game from him. But also when you look at Jamis Winston, and you see Winston and Nix there meeting right now at the field after the kneel down, as that's going to be the last play. Teams meet at midfield. I love Jamis Winston. I honestly think America loves Jamis Winston. He's a fantastic personality, and he's a much better quarterback than Deshaun Watson. And he's somebody who makes you want to root for him and the Cleveland Browns, which is complete opposite of Deshaun Watson. I think that's the other thing too, is just, you really, really, really like the kid, and you really, really, really want to root for him, and you really, really want to see him succeed, and you see him do some really great game. Like in this game is a microcosm of his career. You see him do some incredible things, some absolutely amazing things. But then you also see him make some very, very bad mistakes. And that's kind of the dichotomy that you're going to have with Jameis Winston. And this one cost the Browns the game. But also, hey, congratulations to my mother and father who have just completed a perfect week 13 pick sheet. 16-0, both my mother and father. 78 and 79 years old. Still very spry, by the way. My father still works at 79 years old. Untarping trucks, strapping them, taking loads all over the place. Still great. I mean, so it's not like he's 79 like I'm 43 and fucking dying. He's a lot better shape than I am. But yeah, mother and father, perfect pick sheets. Man, if they had fucking run a FanDuel parlay on that fucking thing, all straight up picks, be fucking millionaires right now. Yeah, Bo, he kind of looks like a caveman, right? He kind of looks like a Frank Frazetta painting, if I'm going to be honest. He looks like a fucking, like a Conan villain that Frank Frazetta would paint. But man, what a hell of a game. Hell of a Monday night game. Thank you guys so much. Hamster, Southpaw, ELS, Pecan, even Armed Farm, who was in here and saying that it would be better to watch shit Harden than to watch me call football. Hard to argue that point either. Like I said, again, I've never watched shit Harden, so I don't know how much better or worse it would be than this. But even to you, thank you so much for watching, supporting us, giving us numbers and getting us higher there in the algorithm. Thank you to everybody who put their eyeballs on this stream tonight. Thank you so much. We will see you later. We'll see you next time. It definitely won't be Monday because we're not watching that fucking game. But we will definitely be here Thursday for the Packers and the Lions. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on Statesman Sports. My name is King. Have a great rest of your Monday night. Adios.